Welcome to Dwarven Forge Live. This is On the Anvil episode 50.
Yeah, you got it.
Big 50. That
Yeah,
means
that's actually like a significant landmark as well.
we should have done something special for our 50th episode.
We are.
Well, join us for our special 50th episode, all happening live. This is On the Anvil. This is the show where we take you behind the scenes here at Dwarven Forge, show you what we're working on, show you our process, talk about miniatures and terrain and gaming, and mostly share a drink for the next 2 hours. I am Nate. I'm joined in the studio by Chris and off camera by the one and only.
Hi, it's Mace.
Hi.
Hi. It's me. Hi.
It's me. Hi. Mace.
More giveaways.
Macy
That's
Griffin.
the celebration. It's just
The
more
what?
giveaways.
Fit checks? I don't know.
More giveaways.
Oh, more Yes. We have to do 50 giveaways in 50 minutes. No.
I hate that I'm only like 90% sure you're joking. That's not entirely out of character for you.
We can get to
No.
5,000 viewers. Sorry.
All right. Yeah.
In celebration of this big number, we're looking at some of our smallest pieces.
Ooh, see what you did there? Yeah. So, what are we doing today, Chris?
Today, we wanted to talk about minis.
I don't know what to say.
It's something that is kind of a weirdly, I don't want to say polarizing, kind of polarizing. People don't usually get too angry about it, but it seems like people always have strong opinions about whether or not we should make minis, and
Chris,
if so, what,
people have strong opinions about everything.
that's true. But yeah, everybody seems to have different ideas about what we should be doing mini-wise. So we just kind of wanted to
Chris?
go over.
Everybody has different ideas
All right.
about everything we should be doing.
I'm trying to be diplomatic.
Okay.
Uh,
Well, we're going to talk about miniatures.
we're planning to talk about miniatures, just like the history of like miniatures we used to make, the way that we're making them now, what we might want to do in the future, all that jazz. But first, the news.
The news. 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 One day we're going to have a sound effect for that, but you know what? That day is never.
Hello and welcome to the news with Anchor and the co-host.
Chris, what do you see out in the field? What sort of news do we have out there?
Hold on, let me open my official notepad document.
In
Well,
your
we've got.
ear.
I don't know why
I'm
we're-
really red. I don't know.
Why is this always a thing? I never understood with like earpieces. Like, does this actually help?
Wait, I can't hear you. You're talking about
Yeah,
okay,
like, does
go
that
again,
actually
go
help?
again.
Doesn't it just like you risk like messing it up or something?
I don't know. I'm not a secret agent or a news
He did
reporter.
that in Metal Gear Solid. He's like got nano machines in his ear, and they're like, I guess it's, I don't know. There's like something.
It's so
in his
you know,
fingers
so
that
the
activates
audience knows that they're talking. They're not
I get
crazy.
it from like a cinematic language standpoint, but like the logic.
So
of
what's
it
in
is-
the news, Chris?
What's in the news? Well, we've got a couple exciting things happening.
Only a couple?
Roughly five.
Okay,
Roughly five exciting
now
things
I'm
happening.
excited.
One of those things is actually three things. The big thing is
Wait,
tonight.
8 things?
What?
7?
7 things.
Okay, let's do this.
7
Let's do
things.
this. We're never even gonna get to the
7
main.
things, and then a really big thing, and then the actual topic for the night. If you
Are there any new viewers that have to sit through this every time?
yeah, if somebody doesn't know anything about,
It's a miracle anybody watches this show. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in and watching this show.
actually excited to come in on episode 50. I guess we do have at least one new viewer tonight.
Should we make a more formal format for these shows? Should we take a poll if people want it more
I think if there's
formality?
anything people want to see from us, it's more formality.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure that's the appeal of this entire company. That's our brand.
All right, so what's in the news, Chris? 7 big items, and then a thing, and then another thing.
If y'all remember, a couple weeks ago, we introduced a new filter system for our store. It wasn't really a drum roll situation.
I was excited.
It's great. We've been looking at the feedback everybody's been giving.
Your
and,
insolence! So we have some filters.
we have some filters in the store.
They're rolling. See, that was the drum. They're rolling alive on the. Anyway, I go to the beat of a different drum, Chris.
We've been working on that filter system and improving it. But that's not the only change we're making to the site. It's like a 4-phase plan, something like that. Oh my God!
What's the next?
Phase 2 is going up tonight. In fact, I think the store
It's
is already
live right
down.
now.
It's live right now. It's
No, I
already
mean
live.
the
It's
change.
down for maintenance, right?
Yeah, we're
And then
down about being up. It's happening. It's in the works.
It's happening. It's
Yeah.
going to be up tonight.
Yes, it's down so they can go up.
I guess,
Yes.
Hopefully that's what's happening with Bitcoin right now as well. It
Can we even
crashed
take 2
hard
on the
today.
show? Can we just start from the beginning again? All right. So,
All right, this is a mess. We should be wearing tuxes. That'd be amazing.
Mace
What
has a
would
tux
you look
shirt,
like in a
t-shirt.
suit?
I own a tuxedo.
You seem so proud.
You should be. You don't?
How much? No, I don't. I barely own a shirt. Like,
Facts.
you know how expensive it is to have clothes in New York City?
Yes.
You can import. All right, so
That's fair.
we took our we're revamping our website. It's been like an epic odyssey that spanned 3 years. We got the filters up a few weeks ago. Hopefully, some of you guys have experienced the noon approved shopping experience. Now phase 2 goes live sometime tonight. We should take bets on when that is. And this is we're revamping everything but the landing page. So the menu, kind of everything, all of the back end, and then we'll have a bunch of new pages up. And then phase 3 will go live, who knows when, and that'll be a new landing page. Everything will be on dwarvenforge.com rather than right now you're getting pushed over to shop.dwarvenforge.com, which is our Shopify thing. Anyway, and we'll have the rest of our explore pages and whatever. So phase 2 will go live tonight. Johanna had it said, let's say we're going to be down until midnight, but she thinks she'll beat midnight. We'll see what happens. Last time it was a nail biter, but it should be exciting. There's a lot of silence over there, Chris. You're making me nervous. What's going on? Are they freaking out? The website's down. The website's up.
I almost
Are we
had
on
a
the
scare. Well, we
Are we live?
almost got to make good on. Yeah, well, that's the thing is we almost got to make good on the Take Two thing. I was worried that the stream might be down, but apparently it's choppy. Yeah, our internet's being obnoxious.
Don't we have like FiOS or something? How is this?
I don't know. If we do have FiOS, it's not very well installed or something. I don't know why. It's just.
How do you not like? You just plug in a cable, don't you? Like
It's not like anybody
how
else
do
is
you
using
not-
the internet. We're the only ones here. Better here or better now? Okay. I don't know why it's being so choppy tonight. Yeah, our bitrate is lower than average. I don't know if they're throttling us or what. Like we're on Ethernet. Like everything is.
It's whiz kids. They're trying to slow us down.
Do you have business or residential internet? Hopefully business.
Business.
This is
We're
run through-
strictly business. Can't you tell?
The tuxes.
To start buttoning this up.
So anyway, so check out the website when it goes live tonight or tomorrow morning. Let us know what you think. Soon we'll have a new landing page and some Explorer pages we're excited about and yada, 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 yada. So new website.
Nice.
That's one exciting thing. What's next? What's next, Chris? What else have we got? I have
All
a
right.
clothespin because I
For-
couldn't find
for-
anything else to fiddle with.
For all of our Gen Z viewers.
7.5 items now. So we have clothespin news. This just in.
For all of our Gen Z viewers.
Wait.
we're-
Now you're just making things up. Where's Gen Z?
Yeah.
Is that after millennials? Wait, millennials are now geriatric or something. There was a... No, it's a thing. I saw it on Twitter. It's...
It's like a specific.
If you were...
Your kids are Gen Z.
Don't talk about my kids like that.
Oh my God. Mace, you want to take over?
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So.
So what's going on with Generation Z?
All right. Generation Z says, Chris, where were you on the
Sounds
news?
like a video game.
TikTok. Oh yeah. Okay. So the whole reason why I'm
Wait,
here.
you just ruined the joke. This is...
What's the joke?
No, anyway, what's the news?
Wait, take 3, please. All right, and I'm out of here.
He was trying to slickly segue into TikTok, and you did a great job. Dude.
We're making TikTok content.
Woo, right now I heard.
Right now,
we're
Mace is-
live on TikTok.
The reason
No.
Mace is the
Not
reason.
live.
Can you ever be live on TikTok?
You can.
Can you explain TikTok to me?
So
Can I do
okay.
my fit checks on TikTok? That's all I need to
All
know.
right, so you can be live on TikTok, but my phone is already at 50%, so we're
Use
not going
mine.
to be doing that. Your phone will need to be plugged in as well.
And I
but
need
right
to
now
download.
we're just posting little highlights and everything, and we've done a few before. So if you want to follow us, we are actually Dwarven Forge.
So how
Like
do you
the
get
whole
if you
thing.
want to see us? We're ticking off.
We
How
are
do you want?
ticking
Because that's
off
what they
the
say.
tops.
How do you-
Download
Chris
TikTok first
is
of all.
throwing daggers at me with his eyes. So how do we get to this TikTok?
You download TikTok,
Yeah.
and then you.
No, I'm assuming I already have it installed on all my
Okay, well,
platforms. My
that
computer's
does-
on. My computer's on, Mace.
You hit
I'm
the
there.
search
How do I
button.
get to
And
Dwarven
then
Forge
once you're in
TikTok?
the search bar, you would type in
No,
Dwarven Forge.
We don't have an address. We don't have a name. We're
You
nobody.
don't have a name on TikTok.
You can't
are
have a name on
so
TikTok.
Fucking Gen X.
Whoa, hey, it's a PG. My kids are watching. Wait, I can't even have my own TikTok. I can't be TikTok/Nate. is great?
You can, but it's not a web URL.
Why not?
Oh,
I'm not in charge of
they
TikTok,
don't do
dude.
it.
I don't
It's
know.
just like a phone app.
It's a phone
situation.
app, so you don't.
It doesn't
have
even exist on
URLs.
the internet, is what you're telling me.
It
Oh, it's on the-
exists.
On the phone. All right.
As
Anyway,
an
so we're
app
on
on the internet.
TikTok. This is going well. We're so far. How's it performing?
Great.
All right. Did you guys see The Archer?
The Archer?
The TikTok
the
Archer.
one where he's like, here's how every class shoots the bows.
He
Oh,
missed
yeah,
he missed
yeah.
Paladin and Sorcerer, but like brilliant. He's genius.
Ooh.
That's on
Yeah, that's a
TikTok.
good one. You
In
want
case you didn't see it.
pop back in. Anyways, Dwarven Forge. That's
Dot
it.
TikTok.com.
Come find us.
We're gonna make Nate floss.
Dwarvenforge.tiktok.
Oh my god. All right.
So
We're
what
here.
else is going?
Biological clock ticking.
All
Your
right.
biological clock is ticking.
So
All right, so TikTok. So check us. Can you follow people on TikTok?
Yes.
yeah,
All right, so follow us. Dwarvenforge.tiktok.com. .org
we're
slash
going
an
to-
app.
.edu.
We've got
Follow us on your app phone. Okay. What else? We're really hit our stride on the 50th episode. It's been amazing.
50th episode. That's why this is a special 50th episode. is We brought Mace back.
Yeah. Look what's happened.
Just absolute chaos.
Utter chaos.
This Saturday, we got a couple games going on. The first one is actually going to be on this channel. We're doing a collaboration with the folks from Asians Represent. That's not the appropriate place for the drum roll. It's called Fish in the Fog.
Fish in the fog.
Fish in the Fog is the name. Michelle told me yesterday, and it makes a lot of sense. I'm very excited for it. It's
You've been working on this for a while.
yeah, it's a thing we wanted to do a couple months ago, and it was a thing where it's like, you know what, we need, and I'm glad they did this. They told me, Daniel Kwan told me, he was like, we just need a little more time to like get it together and make sure that it's like buttoned up.
You said it's the most buttoned up stream you've ever worked on, except anything you've ever done with me.
I'm very excited for the stream tonight, or tomorrow, Saturday.
You're so excited you have.
I'm excited for the stream on Saturday. It's a satirical murder mystery.
Classic.
Set in Karatur, which I'm very excited about. We've been going over like stuff. It's gonna be pretty funny. We're gonna be raising money for the Cut Fruit Collective, which is a charity in the Bay Area that focuses on helping to enable AAPI artists. We're doing this for like AAPI Heritage Month, basically. And so the folks from Asians Represent helped put this all together from like the gameplay end, got all the players together and all that. And we're handling the tech and the terrain. And you're gonna be able to influence the game, kind of like
This
with
is
the
cool.
kind of like with the anniversary game that we did back in February. Except instead of channel points, you can influence the game with donations, and all the donations are going to go to the Cut Fruit Collective. I'm very excited about it. It's going to be.
You guys built some. It was you and Toby, you and Tyler, Tyler and Toby.
me and Toby.
Yeah, they're really cool. The builds are cool.
I'm excited. We're getting
Yeah.
to do some.
There's one that's like
I want to keep most things
awesome
a secret,
bonkers.
but they're all playing as animals essentially, except for one token human.
That you're just not good at keeping a secret.
Well, I mean, I
Yeah.
figured that part's like. I think they've been pretty open about that part. Can I donate channel points? Unfortunately, those don't have.
The original Oriental Adventures where Karatur was first spawned had, like Kenku it was the first time Kenku were playable. I believe the Kappa, which were the turtle.
Oh,
It's
Kappas.
like turtle guys with a water in your head. If you
Well,
lost
those
the
are
water in your head.
just traditional. Those are
Yeah.
yokai.
But they dropped in and the kitsune, whatever. They had like all these like there was definitely like playable animal races and yeah.
Yeah.
The Baku. I can't remember all the. It was fun.
Oh, somebody actually posted the link to our TikTok.
Woo!
TikTok.com/@dwarvenforge.
See,
Question
see.
mark-
You know, sometimes Gen X has to teach you geriatrics, geriatric millennials a thing or two.
Who is Jerry Hattrick?
I knew there was a URL. I could sense it. The number of times I've been on TikTok, I knew.
Where to put in
it.
the name on TikTok? You just search for it, yeah. There's just like a search bar on
Just search
TikTok.
at the top for Dwarven Forge.
I'm not a TikToker. I've been on there once and I didn't like it, and they closed it and never went
The
there.
one TikTok I saw, that Archer was really good, so I want to kind of go on.
That's the thing is I tend to absorb TikToks through osmosis. I let my friends like just kind of curate the good stuff, and then it makes its way to me on Twitter or Instagram or whatever. Yeah.
If you click the links that
Suriu
posted. Thank you, Suriu. You can actually follow us straight from that link on the account. Just go to our profile after that, and then that should help you out.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be a big. That's gonna be a fun game.
Yeah. So that charity game is on Saturday at noon Eastern. We'll be doing it here.
High noon.
Should run around 3 hours, is what we're estimating. And then later that evening, Satine's Kickstarter that she's been doing.
The Sirens Battle of the Bards.
Yeah, Sirens Battle of the Bards closes on Saturday, and so they're celebrating by doing like 12 hours of games. And both Nate and Stefan are playing in separate games later that day. When does your game start? Because you go first, and then Stefan's right after you.
Or 3? 3 or 4.
I think you're at 4, because I think I was looking at it and was like, oh, we should be able to go just straight from our stream into yours, and then Stefan's in the game right after you. And that's over on Satine Phoenix's channel.
I'm playing Raoul, my Tabaxi game. Now he's cross-class Bard. So every time I play, I just change his secondary class.
You've changed?
Yeah. No,
you just played him a couple days ago.
Dude, the Band of Badgers, they were so fun to play with. Like,
they're a really fun
it's
group.
Just a, you know what it is? It's fun to be a player in a D&D game with grown-ups.
I guess that's true. Most of your playing is with
I'm DMing. I'm perpetually a DM. And these days, the bulk of my games are DMing with a majority of children. So it's really nice to play to be a player and be a player with adults.
DM is the parent of the D&D group, so
turns out
checks out. Yeah.
So it's gonna be a fun game. I'm just excited. I get to play with Keith Baker, which is gonna be hopefully it's gonna be awesome.
I can't imagine it won't be.
He's playing a Warforged heavy metal. He wants to be a bard, heavy metal bard, but he's a barbarian.
Aren't they?
He's much better barbarian than bard.
Aren't they all 2-hour one-shots basically?
Yeah.
I'm very. They're gonna have to be super quickly paced. I'm excited to.
Yeah, it should be lively.
See what happens.
Adam Bradford's in there. Who else is?
Stefan Picorni's showing up. I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It should be lively. So we got a bunch of games all Saturday afternoon.
And then, next week, Monday through Friday, Lost Odyssey is running their Treehouse, which I think Mace, you're actually best equipped to speak on.
Sure.
If you wanted to.
We got a reporter in the field for this next news item.
So the Treehouse project is actually something really cool that Lost Odyssey is partnering with a lot of different D&D companies with, but they're trying to raise funds to help foster kids because it's Foster Kid Awareness Month. Who knew? That's what the awareness is for. But they're trying to raise funds to help kids be more comfortable with going to school and just have the supplies they need. So they have stuff going on all next week. We will have links and stuff on social, so keep an eye out for that. But that is Monday through Friday.
It's the Lost Odyssey folks. I'm trying to make it more symmetrical. The Lost Odyssey folks, they're good. They're good peeps. We did the Deborah Ann Wall Tail Weaver thing with them, and the Matthew Lillard game with them, and we did this trailer for them. I guess we can't talk about. Good folks.
All right.
Yeah.
Woo!
That starts on Monday, going Monday through Friday. And then that's all that I've got down for news.
We didn't talk about the Kickstarter. B-Dave.
Oh, right. And today's Kickstarter of the week is Into the Motherlands just launched, which is an Afrofuturist sci-fi RPG game that our friend B-Dave Walters I think he's the lead designer on, is his role on the project.
That guy churns out more work than anybody in the world. It doesn't even make sense. And he still has time to work out, and he's it's just, bonkers.
They've already funded, but they just started, and they've been putting a lot of work into this for a long time now. I was actually surprised that it hadn't launched yet with how much I've heard about it.
The legends are growing.
Because he's working on it, Cypher of Tears working on it, Gabe Hicks is working on it. Lot of
Gabe Hicks, every day on Twitter, he just puts out a thing with a different weapon, dangerously spinning different weapons.
Yeah, I don't know if it's
swords, battle axes, knives. It's just dynamite.
I'm not sure if it's something he's done since he was a kid, or if this is what he's done during the pandemic.
He did a giant tree branch, literally, he had a 15-foot tree branch that was doing Yeah, it's just dynamite. Anyway,
It looks very good.
it's very good, and we like to be Dave, the gang. We have a secret thing we're doing with him. We can't even talk about. It's like actually 2 secret things.
Definitely
Maybe
2.
3.
I'm trying to figure out if there's a third.
I don't know. Anyway,
There's at least 2.
was that all the news? All the news that was
That's
fit
all
for
the
our-
news. That's all the news that's fit to type into a notepad document.
You know what's it's not other news. We finished shooting up Bill of the Month for this coming month, and it's a doozy. So buckle up. Holy moly, we went off the rails. Like,
Justice is saying, from what he
bonkers.
understands,
Justice.
he's saying, from what he understands, Gabe just started spinning weaponry recently.
That's amazing.
It's a little scary.
Justice, how's your tooth?
How's your tooth, Justice? Bean news. Any word on KS7 fulfillment? Well, that's actually what we're doing next. We got a bunch more test shots today. Let's go ahead and take a look at those.
But first, let's talk about fulfillment quick.
Oh, yes.
We no new news yet, other than we're going to be late. We anticipate the first batch of stuff hitting the water in July. What the heck is it? And the camera's dead. The feed's frozen.
I turn it off and back on, and then it'll be.
It was too much TikToking.
Yep, there we go.
So we're anticipating the first batch gets on the water in July, but we will keep you posted. We have, I think Tyler said we've seen test shots on 95% of the pieces as of this batch or something, or as of there's one more batch that's in the mail. We're still waiting on like the Oblivion Nexus and Ventura and the Barge and the Teardrop bits, but we have like we're real close. So this is for those of you that are new, the one poor person this is your first and perhaps last episode. This is test shots are our first casting in Dwarvenite of our pieces before they go into full production. So it's our last chance to see if there's anything wrong. This is raw, untouched Dwarvenite, and it's really exciting. It's the first time we like get to hold a factory finished piece in hand, and we make sure everything's good before we put it into production. Because this is at least a 2-part mold, if not like a 3-part slidey. It's a very elaborate thing, so they want to make sure it's right before we cast thousands of them. So this is a big piece of Wyverstone, the Wyverstone Spire. It has a hole right there for vertical rods, so you can hang like a suspended driftstone or something over it. So neat to add some danger to anything, and lots of cool painting options, like cool striations. It's our sort of fantasy obsidian. What's wrong, Chris?
Just our bit rate is so low.
I heard your bit rate is low.
Why is it doing this? Our internet's just real bad today.
This is a small stump lump. I can't see the monitor, so I don't know if I'm in frame, but
I'll see if there's anything I can do about it.
there we go. Small swamp stump lump. Oh, I don't have a small tree. We'll have to pretend. Here, we'll use. Look at this. Is Real Arate watching? Because they sent us another
Probably.
shimmer
I don't
frond.
think
Look at
I've
this,
seen
another
it
shimmer
yet.
frond. I don't know how. There's a. Should I get a tree? We're gonna want a tree.
Is it still blocky? It says the bit rate's higher now.
This is. I'm gonna get a tree. Hold your horse. Hold your bit rates. 2-bit rate.
He's using a warm light to front light it.
Why am I whistling a Christmas
Oh,
carol?
yep, what's he doing? Hang on. Yeah, I don't.
I might be the problem.
Why?
This
I don't think
is to put your modular trees on, like this swamp cypress. Ooh.
Yeah, our bit rate just keeps dropping in and out. It's frustrating.
It's TikTok that's coming for us. A fun little touch on this guy. Now that you're zoomed out, it's okay. We is this little little critter here, see that, is, where'd he go? There you go. That's a patch of wild wolfsbane, similar to our freestanding one. Yeah. Continuity of plants. Thank you, Eli. We got a, this is the forest small stump lump. Then get your modular trees on there. There's some space so you can pop a mini. We got a couple playable.
By the way,
spots.
Justice said he's good. His face is numb and he's got the good stuff.
He's got the good stuff.
Yeah.
Watch out. Pace yourself on the good stuff. Nah. This is, there's some pull accessory holes in there. Oh, he wrote back to me. Justice did a really neat Hellscape build. He's been just playing in person again. Did a cool Hellscape build. I put it on Twitter, so you could tell me it went. He just sent me a message, said it went really well. I have to write you back.
Nice.
I'm really excited to hear that it went well. Yeah.
Yeah, because like all the what
guys,
pieces have we not gotten yet?
The Oblivion Nexus, Bayou Barge, Waterfall.
Weatherly.
Actually, we got one of the. No, we didn't. Venkura, a few bits. Oh, we got a swamp. This is the end cap. Do you know once upon a time we had a large one? This was the medium, I think. I'd made a small in foam that never went beyond foam. Then we made a large and a medium and realized we only needed the medium. But this is what's nice about this one is it's super flat, so you can use it as a base for. That's such a great example for building. So this lines up with the rest of our swamp banks. Crazy detail. And these are all. This is all unpainted Dwarvenite. This is from our Wildlands Kickstarter, which was last summer, which we will be shipping imminently soon. So many little bits in there. Wow. Hidden squares, all the good stuff. We've got, what else? Oh, these guys, MVPs. These are the transition banks. So these line up with our, we can do it here. They line up with our banks like yay, but then they transition you to trifecta ledge. So if you wanted to transition out to a trifecta ledge, these are your guys. They could also just, like in this case, they could just terminate like a little island thing, right? Also, if you can do an alternate straight with them, something like that, if you're doing an alternate straight run, or reverse it and swell out a thing. These are probably our handiest little swamp bank pieces. Also, if you just want to terminate a run and have the bank stop and go like right into cliffs from there, use these things a ton. They're dynamite. We've got. I looked at the stump lumps. Ooh, here's a little Michelle classic, instant classic. The reality rupture. All right, so we get a $1 to who knows whose art inspired this. Any guess? Visionary artist.
Salvador Dali.
Did some. You're not allowed to guess. You're.
I've legitimately never heard this though.
No. He did some album covers for some rock metal band folks. He
Hard to tell from the
he
5 pixels.
taught my mother.
Now we're at 1200 again.
He opened the Chapel of Sacred Mirrors in New York City. Giger's a good guess, but no.
Oh, you can actually read it.
I
Rage
squint,
Giger, Frank Frazetta,
No. Alex Gray.
Hank Hill.
Alex Gray. He's a.
I think they look cool. Could back high quality pics. Yeah, so
He's this
we'll have
cool out there
pictures.
Buddhist visionary artist, and he did a bunch of Tool album covers.
We'll have
and he
pictures.
does this thing with these like flames, these vertical flames, or whatever that was. The references I sent to Michelle. But anyways, the reality rupture. If reality's torn apart, and your Feywild or your Shadowfell is leaking through, or you just want like a crazy looking fire or objective marker, why is it so soft?
there will be high quality pictures of all of these in the Kickstarter update.
That's what he says.
Is there not?
No, there will be. There.
Yeah, we're
It's
gonna.
always I always dread the update. It's gotta go next week because it's just like compiling all this stuff.
We did get a lot of.
We get a lot of because we have between this week and last week, we got a lot of batches and stuff. Okay, we got a couple of. All right, let's. You guys ready for a 3-part masterpiece? We sure are. All right.
Sorry.
You okay over there?
Yeah, just need to address something real quick.
Boom. You know who this is? Wrong answers only. How did that even start? Wrong answers only.
Perfect.
I don't know,
Alright.
like that. So this is the concave. Woo! Oh my God, it's open. It's a cave. So, you know what? Darn it! I need never enough. I gotta get some escarpments. Tell a joke, Mace.
Yeah, Mace, tell a joke.
Okay.
It's been a while. I mean, get by the mic.
So, what's the deal with skydivers? Is airplane food really that bad?
It's a classic.
It's mine.
It's a classic.
Take that one.
Well, you shouldn't have told it.
I'll wait till I'm famous and then I'll.
If you want to keep your stuff, if you want to keep your jokes secret, you just gotta not tell them to people.
But I want people
Wait.
to laugh.
You can't have a secret joke.
Well, it's like I don't want people to steal it. What if I ever become, a famous comedian?
Okay, well, but anyway.
Okay, great. Nate has no faith in me.
No, you have to tell the joke to become the famous comedian.
I already did.
I thought it was secret.
I told him not to steal it, and then Chris
Oh,
told me.
I thought you just didn't tell it because you were trying to save
Chris
it for
said I
fame.
can't tell jokes if I want to keep them.
Got it. So the concave can form a really tight concave corner like this, although maybe easier to see with actual. Let's get dark, Chris.
Uh-oh.
There, it's all unpainted. See if it makes any difference. Yeah, look at that. Also this side, you can do. Too wide. So then you can also use it in line, like if you're building and you want to just level out an area. It's like perfectly nice and square and clean. Oh, look at that concave. I love this thing. And then, of course, it's a cave. That's thus its name. But wait, there's more. It also has, is it right? It has a little, has a floor in there. So if you want to build it in line with your floors, do I have any floors? I guess, right. So if you had, it says, oh, no, he's this guy. Let's say you had some floors out there, then this, the floor all lines up, and you can use it as a tunnel transition. It lines up with our caverns passages pieces. You can, oh, it's going. Do we have a passage piece over here? I know I haven't. Yeah. Look at that. So you can line up there. Caverns passage in there. Woo! This guy is another heavy lifter. He's like, there's so many cool things. And then.
What if you flip it upside down? I don't know what you
Then
get
you'll
from
see
that.
the dead side.
Yeah.
It has a plug here. Oh, backwards. So if you want, you can make it like a cave, right? So it's got an end. There's a dead cave. Or you can pop the plug, put it over in the front, seal it up, and then you can build it in line, like yay. It becomes a straight. But then that could also be like a secret, secret passage or whatever that's revealed or blown open or whatever. But wait, can you believe there's more?
Yes.
That was that.
I've seen them all.
This is magnetic. Get in there. Snap in.
Just like a whip.
Yeah.
Just like a.
Snap zoom like a kung fu style.
Yeah.
Right, so it's magnetic, so you can put your magnetic accessories on there. Let's see if it works on both sides. So that's this side magnetic? No, only one side. That's okay. All he needs is one good side. All right, so then you can also use this to just like freestand. You freestand your magnetic accessories anywhere. As if the magnetic boulder wasn't enough, we also got this one. TikTok, what's up? I got a floss.
All right. Well,
there was a thing.
Well,
And then, wait, there's more. No, there's more. So don't well me.
it
Oh,
was all right.
it was what?
Don't worry about it.
I'm not. I never worry about it.
I know.
Whatever it is. So then, the pièce de résistance is the floor here. What's that I see? Paired peg holes. Yes, this is classic Toby right here. This is instant classic Toby. Classic Nate, I can't find the paired pegs. Oh, the other good news for you paired peg fans, because are there any paired peg fans here?
Well,
Faces go crazy.
Six said, "Don't forget the paired peg holes." So there's at least one person who's excited for it.
Yeah. So there's we're giving everybody at least 2 extra paired pegs with everything that has paired peg holes. So when you lose them, you'll have more. Let's put it between this. We haven't even looked at this guy yet. You're gonna sneak preview it with the thing. So you can use this as, I only have 1 peg on this side, but you have to just pretend. You can use this guy as a bridge. Where's your peg? It becomes a paired peg bridge that you can use for a variety of uses. Man, this thing, Toby worked a ton on this concave and worked out that little detail and all sorts of good bits, which is good. Yeah, so it's a very, very versatile building block. And I found I ended up using this escarpment a ton. All of its like special bits aside, mostly like just as elevation / they're doing that tight concave turn. That was sort of let's do this. Ooh, you can make like a narrow like valley area. That is the kind of geometry that gets me fired up. This thing, I can just do everything. For the Cities Kickstarter, Michelle is doing a bunch of things in the vein of nothing like the concave, but just like this stuff that's you're like, oh, flip it this way and it does that. Flip it this way, it does this. It's got 4 different things you can do. These cool little tiny accessories that can just do a million things. All right, so I lost what else we have. Let's see, did those. Okay, you ready for some big stuff?
Yeah.
I don't hear you. No. So we got.
Yeah. That's supposed to be a child audience.
Oh, that just cut out.
Oh wow.
Okay, another shiver front. Ah, they're everywhere.
He's just holding the plug for the computer.
We got this. I can't remember which butte this was. No, they weren't buttes anymore. They were crags. This was the Oblong Crag. I don't know. So this guy, look at this guy. I don't have any teardrops here to demonstrate. Oh, wait. Do anybody know where a poison bloom is? We can demonstrate the poison bloom. I'll go fetch one after. But
do you know where they are?
no idea, but I know I want them. So this awesome thing. First of all, just great for blocking line of sight, right? It's nice and tall, beefy. Let's get in the hand. Got some little Wyverstone up here. Get a little danger. It's got a vertical rod hole there. It's got the paired peg holes over yonder. It's got this cool, dangerous suspended area over there. It has a nice little hidden hole under there. Our round hole for our square pegs. This is true. First-time viewers, believe it or not. It is the truth. Then so the good bits are. Oh, we didn't look at this guy yet. So this is the suspended perch. Rocky overhang. Suspended perch is the other little guy.
Right, suspended perch is the rod.
Yeah. So this, you can, look how good this is. With those paired peg holes, look at that. So that thing's there. Now you have a little sidecar, right? A dangerous overhang. But it's like the perfect, especially if you pop it over, fill it up. Look on the edge of your cliff, and then you have this like cool overhangy bit. So awesome. And then this guy, where is this thing? Also designed the step stump crag and the oblong crag. I can't go. I can go down. These guys were designed to nest, spoon. Right, so they sit like, yay. So you get, well, look at that. I got the, okay, see, the magnetic crystal is just stuck to my ring. I didn't realize.
Wow, look at the size of that rock.
I just got engaged, guys. Look at that. That's really funny.
It looks like something you could get off of Etsy, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, maybe I'm going to start selling chained crystal Etsy rings.
Yeah.
On TikTok right now.
Start selling jewelry made out of dwarvenite.
Yeah. Coyote. Well, there was a moment. There was a thing. I think they also nest this way. Not quite as well, but anyway, there's a lot of these guys. There's a bunch of stuff you can do. All the various rock lumps they play together in a bunch of nice ways. Yeah, it fits over there too. You can be building all sorts of fun bits. Oh, and this guy. Look at this. Gonna fit in the back of this thing. I can't wait till everybody has this stuff. There.
Yeah, everybody's been pretty excited about seeing all the way these pieces play together.
Oh, I'm gonna do it this one.
Oh, Wargaming Recon is here.
Hey, Jonathan. So fun, right? So then, what was the last thing? Oh, one more. I think, is that it? Oh, then we got some painted bits. All right, do they want to see the big Mamba, or do they want to see the painted stuff first? Painted stuff? Okay.
Well, you just called the. All right, yeah, painted. They all say painted stuff.
Yeah, see, I knew it.
They weren't suckered in by you calling the other thing the Big Mamba.
I mean, that's its official title.
They're better than that.
Oh, yes! Dude, Mace is bringing the camera down. Like, so this guy, hope it works. I hope I'm not making it up. Nah, I'm making it up. Maybe I changed that geometry. No. Yeah, I thought I'd, who says wrong? Once upon a time, I thought this accommodated the teardrops well, but it's not, no. Huh. How did I?
They're all saying Mamba.
It's a very dangerous snake. No. I wanna perform danger. Yeah. Oh. Well. Oh, but you know the other thing. This guy. Where is he? This guy fits up here. It nestles really nicely.
Yeah, the footprint on the Wyverstone clusters and the crags is supposed to all play well together.
This guy also, fits. Was designed to snuggle right in there really nicely. If you get some danger, you can just reverse it. Sound effects are an important part about spinning stuff around. It's crucial. Someday when we make that Nate sound effects pack, they can have it. Is Rabbit here? Yes, he keeps that alive.
Doesn't fit. Better put it up for us to win.
Are we
All right.
Some surprise giveaway?
Painted stuff. Let's go.
So we have the Aranthor ledges. Painted, and look at this, double-sided, dead sides on the back.
Nice.
Yeah, so we get organic Avenue. You ever go to that place?
Organic Avenue? Is
Yeah,
that a
they
thing?
made like organic juice smoothies and stuff. They had you could get like a ginger shot and that stuff to keep
Sounds
you
like
alive.
like a smoothie or juice place. Yeah.
Yeah, very much so. This guy's new. We got this stepped. I don't remember what we call this one. Stepped rock jammer, spell jammer, grounded spell jammer.
Stone jammers.
Ham Planet launchpad.
What?
So,
I like the little. Are those mushrooms like some kind of vein? The purple.
Those are purple mushrooms, Majesty,
Nice.
and a purple dragonfly. Oh.
New and improved and beautiful tiny ledges. Are those ledges gonna have magnets in them? I don't think so.
No, you know what? So this is a good question. Who they get a
Those
detective award.
Froon.
Varun. We spent a lot of time and money and effort getting magnets into the ledges, the dungeon ledges, and the caverns trifecta ledges. And because the magnet was buried, it wasn't really that effective. And we realized we could offer the pieces cheaper if we didn't try and bury magnets that barely worked in them. Anyway, so no magnets. Sorry.
Is that part of the Cliff Pack? I believe so, yeah. This is the Aerothor Cliff expansion?
Yeah. I can't remember what pack we put in, but it was designed. These were designed to expand the Aerothor Mountains set, so you could go up to a full 2 inches. They combine. They line up exactly with the Aerothor pieces. / you can also just use them with the rest of your, your new escarpments. They work fine with too if you want to like dress up your, because we're very formal here. If you want to dress up, put a tuxedo on your escarpment, you can. A screenshot for the forums.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of forums, is Kodiak on? Watching?
I haven't seen Kodiak yet.
Right. Well, if you're watching Kodiak, we're still hoping you recover, continue to recover. Painted. Oh, remember the suspended perch we were talking about?
Yeah, there it is.
Look at that. Here's the best bits. The little wyver stone in there.
I actually didn't notice that until today.
Well, you're no Batman, are you? The world's greatest detective, that is?
No, I'm not.
And this is the hole, so you could attach it with the pegs to a variety of things. You can also, you can flip this guy. You can flip it and reverse it. Right?
Put that rock down.
It's a song I wrote.
And reverse it.
So you can use it to like fill up any of these little jumpy areas or whatever, or just slap it up against the base. If you're all about that bass. Bass.
Why now?
Oh, you know what I didn't? I also forgot you can do with this little guy. Where's your buddy? Here you go. If you want, you don't need to. You can peg 2 of these together to make like a cool little rock mound, and then you put this on top, and it becomes a thing, whatever. Yeah. These guys are going to be like an MVP, a good jumpy stone sort of thing if you want to put it in like a river raised bit. Yeah, these sorts of pieces, the suspended. Also this thing, right? I didn't even look. We didn't even just tout all the amazing things this can do. Right, you can use it as just a step up. It's like it softens off the edge, or you can make it like a hard step, like yay. Put it in those bits. It works really well with like some of your flat stump lumps to like round it all out if it's feeling too flat. Round it out. This guy this thing goes with it. You're gonna end up putting this all over the place. Ooh, we can put it with the fact it never ends. Love this guy. All right, then. Oh, wait, we have 2 more painted bits. This is a willow. Oh. It's a little too saturated, so we're having them knock it back a little bit because it's too cheery. You can wacko.
It's so big.
Yeah, big old willow. Oof. And then, this is the last of the painted, and then we go to the mambo.
Nice. I'm very excited for the slink root.
Slink root, just magnificent. Eli really managed to do, like, right. This could just be like a weird, creepy swamp tree, or it could be a creature. Like, it's just that perfect sort of straddling both those worlds.
It could be a mount.
Yeah,
you
could
sit
totally
up in the
ride
branches
that. Yeah, you could tell if your blink dog needs like a way to get around. You can just, yeah, this is a cool tree.
That green was brilliant. Another look, please. For the willow.
Another look.
Or the slink root. Yeah, I love the lichen on the roots.
It's like sludge.
Yeah. Well, because the idea is that it's moving through the swamp water.
And there's some sort of, I can't remember, you have to ask Eli what this plant is on the top. There's this like sort of spider-like plant. It's supposed to be some creepy something or other. Yeah, it's got some mushrooms. It's just, yeah, this is our trees, man, when this stuff is out there. Soon-ish.
Green willow. You want another look at the green willow?
Oh, green willow?
I guess I can see what you mean by being a little...
It's just a little too hot. It's supposed to be a swamp willow. It's like, just needs to be knocked back just a spickle.
Yeah. Yeah, no, the Slink Root, the playtest I played in, like way before we launched the Kickstarter, you used the Slink Root as a creature.
Nobody was expecting it.
Yeah.
Like, they were just rolling right in for the Hydra, and there was like, whoosh, Slink Root, like, just, yeah. And they could move. And also, you don't know what to make of a tree when it's attacking you. Like, what do you, well, fire, but yeah. It's not like a, mace. No, it's like, a lot of creatures you're like, all right, well, I could reason with this thing, or I could bribe this thing, or I can just scare it off with a brute force, or if I kill off a couple, it'll run away. Like, how do you make a tree run away? Or how do you, how do you deal with a tree? Fire was one of the answers. Oh, I've missed this guy. We have another painted trifecta. Yeah.
So far, most of the paint has come back looking great.
All the paint?
Yeah.
Well, all the paint.
The willow needing to be knocked back a little bit is like the
yeah,
only
but that's
problem.
like a minor, like,
yeah.
Of all the things, like, yeah. That is the trifecta concave. This goes with this boy. So if you want to build inline, you throw in your don't ha ha ho ha, he ho ho ha, one of a kind prototypes.
What?
Just touch the flag. We'll be okay.
Oh.
We'll be okay.
It's in the shot.
Yeah, it is. Well.
No,
well, on the viewfinder, we've cropped it out of the stream.
So this is the trifecta ledge. If you want to build, you can build this right on top of your things, or if you want to build in line with the rest of your floors, pop in the trifecta ledge and look at that. Man, I just want to.
Finish your sentence.
Nice.
Can you sense who?
You just want to what?
Finish your sentence.
I want to build with all the wild. I want wildland stuff right now.
You're the only one who has it.
I want to not come to work, and just build for like 3 days.
You
and stream it on TikTok. We don't stream on TikTok. Do you do that? Yeah.
We'll talk later.
Dude, I'm gonna be streaming on TikTok.
Yeah, we don't.
You tick? That's what you do?
TikTok? No.
Oh.
We'll talk later though.
TikTok?
We'll TikTok later.
All right, Mamba.
We don't have the plugs yet.
No, they're coming. They're coming.
Yeah.
As soon as we literally, this stuff is coming. Like we just unwrapped this yesterday.
Yeah,
we
basically show you as soon as we get it. We show.
Oh wait, were they ready for the Mambo? Do we need
ready
a
for the
drum roll?
Mambo? I mean, they already saw it.
This is the appropriate time for a drum roll. Ah, man, that's a drum roll.
Oh man, that is hurting the mic.
She's bringing the fire. Too big for the. Behold the Titan's tooth.
Wait, do you have the base?
Yeah. First,
Cool.
we gotta just awesome. Look how big it is. It's as big as.
You know what's fun about it? This is one of the lighter.
You could kill
pieces.
someone with it. Oh.
Yeah.
You could yeah. Look at have a big old anchor magnet in there. Look at that thing.
Yeah.
Wait till it's painted.
Dude, the paint sample's gonna be amazing.
Yeah. We got some paired peg holes hidden back there. Paired peg holes here, so you can build your bridge right up to this thing, like suspension bridge. It's gonna be awesome. That is a big boy. And then here's the base from previous. Mace, you have me saying boy all the time now. Like that's this boy and that boy and.
Boy.
That was
well.
2 years ago, me.
I'm. Should have been 12 years ago, you.
Look at that.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
That's a big rock.
It's a real big rock. I threw a rock at him. Hang Simba off it.
Yeah.
That was kind of the inspiration, was doing like a Pride Rock style thing.
Different.
Yeah.
And Castle Garenbrig from Magic Gathering. anyone knows that card, it's yeah. Working title was Pride Rock for wow.
Everybody's either upset that they didn't order it or worried that they might have forgotten to order it.
Well, and here's the thing. It might go the way of Stairway to Violence, where it might end up being a hard one to, it's going to be a hard one to reorder. So.
Yeah, the issue with them is, they're fairly big and kind of expensive pieces to make, and they also, people generally only need one.
No. People need like at least 4.
I mean, y'all will need to buy multiples of Titans too.
Well, you get it. Well, it hits the web store if you didn't, because it's I don't know. This is a tougher one to stock. But yeah, this is a very exciting. Now, what's wrong? What do we do? I'm gonna touch.
Nothing. Not you. You're good.
I'm considered nothing. Done. We can attach. Let's see if this is the right height. I don't know. We'll find out. Use some paired pegs. Do a thing. Oh yeah.
Nice. That's a bridge.
Right. Yeah, people should get excited. We got a lot of paired peg holes all over the place to.
Now put the Titan Tooth topper on.
On the
Titan Tooth base.
Luckily, I have a second one.
Yeah.
Titan's tooth to Titan's tooth. See, this is why you need 2.
Yeah.
2 teeth. That's all you need in life. 2 teeth. 2 teeth.
That's all I want for Christmas.
Ain't that the tooth? You go wider. Yeah.
Can you add the concave floor to the bridge? I just want us to extend as much as we can now.
Concave floor. Oh, the concave.
Yeah, the floor that can be like a little.
I was thinking it was a concave floor.
Can you get the conqueso floor?
Floor conqueso. Delicious.
It's just the concave, but in Hellscape is the conqueso.
See what you did there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Oh.
Oh.
Wait, do you not actually get it?
No, For the
It's
master
really
of
good. I was hoping
deadpan,
for
you
you
don't
to
know how to receive it. You can only, yeah.
It might have just been another deadpan. Maybe you're the one that dropped the ball.
You only get a few of those a day. You've already used 2.
2 what?
Hall passes.
For what?
I was being sarcastic. I was being sarcastic about being sarcastic.
When did I say that?
Every day,
Earlier.
like 4 times.
You can't just. Oh, all right.
I'm not here.
They needed you are living proof that they needed the Sark mark.
Sark mark.
Yeah, it was a piece of it was a new piece of punctuation that was there was a moment a lobby for the Sark mark. It was like a curly Q question mark that could be used to indicate sarcasm and
Oh yeah.
written.
That takes away like the bite of sarcasm, though.
See, he needs the Sark mark so bad.
But that was completely genuine.
He needs the cynic mimic too.
No.
He's interrogating right now about the sun.
So look at that. All right, I put the
I am filled with
concave
sonder.
floor there. Wow,
That's a
span.
long bridge.
Yeah.
All right, let's pull the focus a little bit.
Yeah, get it.
There we go. Now a little more.
I'm moving it just to keep you on your toes. You know, can we go full? Do you have a solo? We gotta go
Look
rogue.
at that. Look at the length.
Whoa.
Look at the length.
And it's perched majestically atop Simba the Shimmer Frond here. See.
Nate's performing dentistry on the tooth.
Who
Yeah,
did,
go get the drill.
who did the someone did the Lion King thing with what was it? Was Aaron or Toby?
With Dunk?
Oh no, it was like the little baby Jesus from a you know the cake you get from the king cake. There was a king cake. Yeah, there was a yeah. There's a picture somewhere. Someone like it came in one time on the end of Titan's Tooth. There was like a lizard folk holding a baby Jesus out like over the thing, and it was like
It's definitely either Aaron or Toby. Like,
yeah, it
both
was
of them.
or both of them together. Yeah.
I feel like Toby is the most likely person to make a king cake reference.
Well, we'd eaten a king cake, and then
We had a king cake here?
Yeah, it was delicious.
Well,
Yeah, everyone's invited. I don't know why you. Then we watched an extremely goofy movie afterwards. And, like, it was really pretty awesome. Then played Super Mario Kart.
Oh, right after we did
Brothers.
Valheim.
yeah, I definitely wasn't there for any of that. What? Wait, did you say Super Mario Kart Brothers?
Shush.
All right. I don't like it.
And TikToked it. All right.
The bridge is like braces for the Titan's teeth.
Does anybody braces? Does anybody have any
Somebody gets-
questions about these?
Oh, people are gonna have a
This is a show.
lot of questions, I'm sure.
Did I put that?
They're saying, can you add a Caverns natural bridge to that now? Do we have one on hand?
Yes.
Convenient enough.
Yes, I can. I know exactly where one is. Please stand by. We're need a wider lens.
We can pull back. All right, yeah, there we go. We can pull back enough. We're going so wide. Yeah, no, this is wide enough. We'll be all right. It's gonna add a lot of elevation to builds. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's the goal, right?
Z-axis. You can't do that on your graph paper. Grandpa.
Boomer.
Let's see this
Is
unsightly.
there a Titan's toothbrush?
Oh boy.
When can I have it? Is my only question. We're talking about the youthful staff of DF and watching them age on screen. We're witness to Nate joining the ranks of Get Off My Lawn.
You guys get on.
I don't think we're as long as lung. I don't
Lung.
think we're as young as you think we are. TBQH. Is there another
Alright.
Crag bridge piece? Would love to see it back to back and reversed. Is there another Crag?
Right, the
Oh, like
natural
if we have a second test shot for it.
Yeah, I don't know where it is, but I have a log.
We would love to.
You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna unbox when we actually get some painted ones. We'll have a big old building party. We'll unbox. Yeah, I got the. I can't see it. I have the.
Mace, can you get your TikTok phone ready?
Yeah, I'm getting it ready.
Nate,
Cause you
can you now?
Oh no! What you're setting me up here?
Right, tell me when to go though.
Go ahead and
Okay.
go ahead. And
Look
go.
at that! Look at that span. That is a majestic span.
All right, go ahead and go now. Nate, can you floss between the Titan's teeth?
Wait, I can't. I don't know how to do it, but it's like that and a thing. That was well played. You broke. This is the 50th episode. We are making it so special. Like people don't even know how to.
On the 50th
appreciate
episode,
how-
we're embracing Gen Z.
Finally, it's here. All right.
Free access?
Gen Z access.
You know they couldn't even come up with their own thing. Like,
What? What do you mean?
what Generation X? That was like cool. But, like,
You realize they didn't get to
See?
pick it, right? Like it's assigned to them. Like you didn't get to like your
well,
generation didn't
somebody
get to pick
made
Gen
it
X
up.
either.
They were like,
Well, aren't they also called Doomers? Like,
I don't know.
Yeah,
Oh, that's a
there,
cool
there,
name.
there's yeah,
That's
there.
cool.
Well,
Alright,
there's
anyway.
Zoomers, Zoomers and Boomers.
Zoomers and rumors at Grayson's school. If you're going remote, you're a Zoomer. If you're in the room, you're a rumor. There's
I
rumors.
was gonna
and rumors.
say,
So anyway, what else? Anybody else have any questions about the test shots?
rumors are the generation shaped entirely by Fleetwood Mac.
Wow.
here you go.
Oh, look at this. I have another
Still thinking
microphone.
3 ways of shipping. It first hit to Walter in July. Last.
Oh, I don't know.
October.
Somewhere between 1 and 3. I mean, obviously more than 1. So somewhere between 2, 3. Hopefully it's all 2, but I don't know. I think it might be 2. We'll see. I don't know.
It's the most old man thing I've ever seen.
What is?
Your attempt at flossing, I think. It was very good.
Yes, it's gonna live in infamy on the internet.
It's on TikTok now.
Oh man.
It's on TikTok now. Go to
We just lost all of
TikTok.com
our followers.
TikTok.com/Dwarvenforge for 50% off your
Slash
first
at Dwarven Forge.
/@Dwarvenforge for 50% off your first 3 months.
Okay. Well, that's not true.
All right.
I mean,
So
they
what,
pay $0.
What else? Do we have any other questions about all these test shots before we talk about miniatures? Oh, no, we should do a giveaway and a fan.
Yeah, we're.
Anybody else have any different questions? I got it. Boy,
They're into what?
poor Tyler. I like totally scrambled all of these pieces.
How does Nate not know what flossing is? He has kids, and every kid I know is doing it all the time. Did you take your kids to see the Sonic the Hedgehog movie
No.
for Valentine's Day?
Isn't it in the middle of
'Cause
a
that's when it
pandemic?
came
No.
It came out right, but it came out like right
No.
before the pandemic.
No.
That's the thing is like people were
No, my
for
niece,
so many people-
my niece can floss like a maniac.
for so
Like,
many
she's,
people. The
like,
last movie that they saw before the pandemic was Sonic the Hedgehog in theaters.
wow.
Like
No, I did not. I took him to see Onward.
Onward was like 50% a very good movie and 50% an okay movie.
Yeah, it didn't tread any new ground, but it was really good.
They had moments that were like very good.
Anything else? What do we?
Yeah, any actual questions about pieces? It seemed like people were mostly just very excited.
Yeah, this stuff is gonna be outrageous.
We need
Like-
natural bridges for Underdoom.
Well,
Do we want to talk about it?
yeah, I don't know. We're working on. Was it last week? When did this even come? We're talking about restocking Hellscape, and what the sets that would be sort of most
I think it was Monday.
useful. Was it? It was
I think
last.
it
It was
was-
last week, on the Anvil that we asked people what.
Oh,
what
I thought
they
you
could
meant like
see.
the meeting. All right.
And one of the big winners was everybody was like, we want to see Natural Bridge in Hellscape. So then when we were talking in the meeting about it, I was like, well, really, if we're going to do that pack, if we're going to run that pack, we might as well run it in some other colors. And Underdoom and Ice were the other. Ideally we make the Natural Bridge. I don't know if it's going to happen yet. We're still working out, but ideally we'll do another run of the Natural Bridge, the Caverns Natural Bridge, in standard Caverns, unpainted, obviously, Ice and Underdoom, which would be just the lineup. Right, especially Ice, because with both sides and Ice, it'll be it's gonna be good. So we'll see what we can do. We'll keep you posted as it evolves. But I'll tell you, we're getting a lot. I don't want to say better. We're being more active about curating the sets that we're reordering, and sort of thinking about putting some and asking you guys about what sets to restock. So hopefully, 6 months from now you can enjoy a Natural Bridge in a variety of colors.
Yeah.
Yay!
All right.
I got a bucket of stuff.
You certainly do. All right, let's go ahead and do the fan build and the giveaway real quick.
Yes.
Oh, wait. So all the stuff we've seen over the past month is Wildlands, which is the 7th Kickstarter, which was concluded and is being fulfilled. And the 8th Kickstarter is a revisit to cities, pieces for which have not been revealed yet because the Kickstarter hasn't happened yet, correct? And the core set remasters are separate from either of those things?
Wow.
Yeah, it's digital. Oh, wow. Digital Dungeoneer.
That's a
he
good
started
name.
watching a couple weeks ago.
Oh, Digital Dungeoneer.
And
Yes.
made his first person recent.
So these test shots that we're showing, like this basilisk, these are from Wildlands, which will be shipping sometime this summer. The cities is upcoming, and the reworked core sets are stuff that's existing pieces that we're reconfiguring the sets, and those will. I think those sets are coming in August or September or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
We will see. But yeah, essentially, I don't know how to tell what the difference of. I don't know. We need like the history of Dwarven Forge. Like, here are the different Kickstarters. Here's where we're at. So here's it's a whole language you have to learn.
Yeah, thing is.
But asking questions is a good way to do it.
Yes.
You go on the Discord. And ask
Basically, we've been a Kickstarter company for a very long time, and these reconfigurations and the core set remasters are us looking at all the stuff we did for Kickstarters and then trying to make them function in a store, more or less.
Well, Chris and I were just talking about this before the episode. Sort of our MO for many, 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 many years was, I describe it as kind of a slash and burn company where we were slaying dragons as fast as we could, but then we wouldn't even loot the treasure hoard of the dragon. We're just on to the next. We're like, all right, we killed the white dragon. Where's the blue? We gotta go kill the blue. And then we kill the blue dragon. And we're like, all right, we're gonna kill the green. We're gonna go after the green. We gotta kill the black dragon. Boom. And there's like this trail of dragons and all this stuff on the territory that's left unconquered. All this stuff. We've just been like plunging forward. We basically didn't ever do any homework, do any of the maintenance on the stuff that we'd made. It was like we'd kick it out for Kickstarter, get it up, and then get the next thing going. And a lot of the sets weren't well configured for the website. They were designed sort of more to be in the Kickstarter world versus web world / bunch of pieces or sets we never restocked because we couldn't because we didn't have the scale of a Kickstarter, and so we're trying to shuffle those around so we can get some of those other pieces back in circulation or have configurations that make more sense for self-contained sets and yada 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 yada. But so that's what we're finally going back and we're like, dude, we killed a lot of dragons. Like there's a lot of treasure. Like
which means
artifacts like just strewn around. Like there's all this like there's really good so we're trying to go back and gather up this treasure and polish up the gold and the silver, but it means dealing with the website and the web store and all those graphics and the set configurations, the mold configurations, and figuring out what to reorder and doing it, and you have to pace it all out, and it's
Yeah.
and while trying to get another Kickstarter going, and while trying to fulfill the biggest Kickstarter we've done yet.
Yeah, because we
I'm gonna take a
did
nap.
4 million on that Kickstarter, and the previous was 3.2 million was like our highest.
Three something, yeah, three two.
Basically, if you've started watching us, if you've joined us now, you've basically joined Dwarven Forge during the single like biggest moment of change that the company's probably had.
I call it the Platinum Era.
Yeah, we're it's a lot of work, but like we're kind of revamping everything at the moment.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Um,
And during a pandemic.
and during a pandemic. But yeah.
So we got that going for us.
And the reason we haven't shown KS8 pieces, we've shown like some mock-ups, but like literally it's because we haven't sculpted. We don't have any pieces to show yet.
Yeah, we showed a couple of sculpts, nothing painted.
Yeah. We don't have anything cast or anything.
We have a handful,
show.
but we haven't really shown any
Yeah.
thing at length. So let's look at I want to see a fan build, Chris. What do we
Sure.
have?
Let's go.
Hit me in the face.
First, why don't you give me a word for the giveaway?
Floss.
Floss? All right. If you want a chance to win a $50 gift card or a starter dungeon if you're in the United States, go ahead and type Floss into the chat and you will be entered into the giveaway. This is available to everybody internationally. Anybody can get the gift card. However, if you want a starter dungeon, you have to be in the United States for us to ship it to you.
But there's a catch. If you win, you have to upload a video of you flossing onto our TikTok. Wait, can you upload?
Oh no! All these people have already entered.
I don't know what they're gonna do.
Oh.
They're committed now.
Oh well.
They're flossing hard.
Well, this is where they're at. Oh well. Let's see.
All right. So let's look at the fan build while people
Yeah.
are flossing.
Boom. This one is sent in by Rabbit Burner.
Rabbit burner.
Oh, what is happening down there? There we go. Yeah, so I thought this was kind of an appropriate one given the topic for today. Rabbit Burner is probably the biggest Castles fan that we have, and he loves making these big. Well, he plays a lot of war games. He loves making like these big dioramas with just like a bunch of minis like storming a castle.
He loves castles.
He really
he
does.
lives next to a
It's
castle.
like our biggest advocate. That's
Grew
true.
up around big
I've
castles. He's
talked to
like-
him about. I've talked to him about castles for a while,
Yeah.
and it's interesting. He's like talked about like the difference between castles when they were meant to be an actual like defensive outpost versus when they became like a show of wealth essentially. It's really interesting, but
Yeah, and he's just a delightful fellow.
yeah, he makes the castles look good. Wait, is that a TARDIS on the? Hang on.
Probably.
Yeah, when that cycles back around, I'm pretty sure that was a TARDIS up on top of one of the towers. I didn't even notice. Hang on.
Classic red.
Bottom left
Can you
corner,
Pause it.
right there.
Yeah.
Right, it is. That's That's definitely a TARDIS. All right. Excellent.
He's the best.
Oh, shit.
Um,
Dude, do you think we could make like pieces for like modular siege weapons? Like for siege towers? Stack it as high as you want. Is there enough variety to what you can do with them to make it worth it?
You might be able to use the sort of same framework to make a battering ram, like, one of the sort of covered shed battering rams and a siege tower. Maybe even use the same bits to make a trebuchet or something. It wouldn't be functional necessarily.
This is the main thing is yeah, siege towers kind of are siege towers. I guess maybe all you'd really be able to do is just change the
feel
height
like-
of them.
I feel like in a world where there's magic, a siege tower is less impressive,
That's fair.
right? Like you could, I don't know. It seems like there's so many, a few first or second level spells could probably make a siege tower. Like you could just do everything that siege tower does better.
You know what would be the appeal of the modular siege towers, though? Is it would be so that you could
Make a
have them
really
get
tall
broken
one.
throughout battle. One, you can have them be tall.
Battle damage.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can
No,
have-
don't get me wrong. Siege towers are awesome.
Yes.
As a kid, I was obsessed with siege towers. I feel like there's been a distinct lack of siege towers in all my games. And maybe it's because I just didn't have one, as people will say. I don't know. Yeah, we could probably make a modular. If we did a palisade thing, I bet we could have a bunch of, a few specialty pieces that then you could use to build a siege tower or something.
Modular ships before siege towers or re-riot. Actually, you could probably...
Yeah. Just put it.
You could cross over some pieces there, probably.
Yeah. The whole upper section could be like I don't know, the drawbridge bits. I don't know.
A siege tower is just like...
It's a drawbridge on wheels.
Yeah.
And built on top of a ladder. Covered with cowhides.
A ballista takes 3 actions to do 3d10. But if you prep all those ahead of time, then you fire a bunch of ballistas in the same round.
Ballistae.
Ballistae. I apologize. I just said I apologies. That's
I
not,
apologies.
that's
Apology.
There's a really weird skit I did with Tyler back when
Aren't all your skits
like
weird?
this was back 8-9 years ago, and we
Back in the weird
we had
phase.
we had 2 characters. One of them was like, I want an apology. The other one's like, fine, I apology. And it's just one of the the absolute level, that's the level of
Refusing to
yeah.
I'm not gonna budge on
That's
this
the
one.
level of humor we were operating at.
So let's give away the floss.
All right,
As
let's
it were.
floss, baby.
Last chance. Put in floss if you want to win a $50 gift
Yeah,
card.
I'm gonna roll it in 15 seconds. If you type floss in there, if you haven't yet, it's not case sensitive. You won't get disqualified if you type it multiple times. But please don't spam it. It's annoying. Reminds me of MTW2. MTW2.
I don't know.
It's got to be some kind of RTS.
You're the acronym guy.
Oh, Medieval Total War. Medieval Total War 2, I assume.
Wow.
Oh, RTW. Yeah, that's Rome Total War. So yeah, cool. Total War series is very good.
What is it?
Total War. It's a RTS series, and they have it. They've done a couple different settings. So they've done Rome. They've done contemporary war. Yeah, strategy games are fun. All right, let's go. Let's roll this.
Love strategy games. All right, here we go.
There we go. Finally, an appropriate drum roll. Hazmatir.
Woo!
Hazmatir, you have won either a gift card or potentially a starter dungeon if you live in the U.S. and you want a starter dungeon instead of a $50 gift card.
Congratulations.
I'm going to whisper at you because I definitely don't have your email yet. I just need your... Hazmatir, hey. I just need to get your email. Don't type your email here. I'm gonna send you a message. Just gotta find your name in here so I can get it.
Join us on.
Yeah, add us on TikTok and you just say all you gotta do is follow us on TikTok to be
And
eligible
floss.
for the giveaway.
Send us a video of flossing.
Send us a video of flossing. Hazmatir's got a floss. That's the way it goes now.
That's how it goes.
Is Hazmatir still here? I'm having trouble finding his name so I can whisper him. I'll figure it out.
Can you whisper at you? find
He
a way.
can't. We blocked.
Oh,
There we go. Found him. Got it.
well played.
All right.
Congrats.
Oh, he's right there.
Woo!
Boom. Okay. Sent. One moment.
Standing by.
Oh, come on.
Stand target. What happened? Who's on first?
I'm halfway to a sneeze and it's not moving either direction.
All that
Alright.
for a failed sneeze.
It went away as soon as oh, man. All right. Moving forward. What are we talking about today, Nate?
It's your topic, dude.
It's true.
We're talking about a small world. A world of miniatures.
Yeah.
Apparently miniatures are a controversial topic, he said on the...
Yeah.
There's
It's
discourse on the Discord.
every now and then it comes up. Discord forums. It also comes up more on the forums than the Discord. But in general, like, we're primarily known as a terrain company. So when we make things like miniatures,
I mean, are we known for anything other than being a terrain company?
that's what I'm curious about. Is there anybody who's like, I really just want their miniatures and I don't care about the terrain? Like, is there anybody like that? Because we know that there are some people who just got the dice from our last Kickstarter.
True.
So,
but I don't think they're...
They probably aren't the people who would be watching this.
No. They're the people, They're not reading the update and they're like, where are my dice?
Anybody know us primarily as a paint company? What are we talking about today?
A joke company. That's what we're known for, our joke-filled live streams.
High-quality jokes. However, Mace won't let anybody else take the jokes, so we're not able to like actually get anywhere with them.
A buttoned-up operation of pure professionalism.
Yeah.
So what's the controversy? So give us. I want to hear both sides of the coin. Can you hear both sides of the coin?
So there's always this idea that comes up fairly often, and I guess I wanted to talk about like whether or not there's a lot of kind of credence to this idea that when we make minis, it's coming at the cost of us making other terrain instead. That seems to generally be the argument for why we shouldn't do minis.
So the argument is, don't waste your time with minis.
Spend more time.
Give me garter robes.
Yes,
garter
robes are always brought up.
Right. Give me more shimmer fronds. I don't want new townsfolk. I want shimmer fronds. Like, give me. Why aren't you making water tiles? Why are you wasting your time making a basilisk when you should be making water tiles? You fools.
Where's the basilisk gonna swim? It's not always that like cut and dry, but it's just this idea of that terrain is what our niche is, and that's where we should focus. And doing minis isn't is kind of harming our what's our
brand?
offer overall.
Our offer,
I suppose.
It's dragging it down.
Yeah.
Is there anybody that's watching that didn't back Wildlands because we had miniatures? I'm assuming if they didn't
one of
back
the things
Wildlands,
one of the things that gets said a lot is
Yeah.
that it raises the prices of the other stuff when we do minis.
How? Well, and what are the arguments for miniatures, Chris?
That they like them.
Okay.
Generally speaking. So that's actually interesting too. Is I also wanted to talk about the distinction. It seems like there's like two camps of people who like our minis that I think is interesting. We used to do sets of minis where they were basically like sets. It would be like at least 4.
The kobolds.
The
lizard folk.
The castle defenders, the lizard folk, the rat folk, the city dwellers.
Folk.
The townsfolk. And it'd be generic minis, but in like unique poses, and it'd be like a group. And there are people who really love those things. And then there's people who really like what we did with like Hellscape and Wildlands, where we did things like
bosses,
like the Cerberus, like the basilisk,
like
the wyvern. And so it's interesting. So there are people who want us to make unique minis like these ones, and then there are also people who want us to make interesting sets of minis that you would use a lot that are more generic, but in like interesting poses, and made a Dwarvenite, because being a Dwarvenite is an advantage for minis, honestly. So
the pros of the stuff is, if we make minis, well, first of all, we can make minis that have LEDs in them, which is, I don't know anybody else doing that. This guy's got LEDs. We can, because it's Dwarvenite, it's relatively indestructible. So, but also it doesn't have the same crisp detail as a resin
they've got
or
really high
white
CRs.
metal, unless you unleash your dog.
A dog can actually mess up Dwarvenite pretty bad.
Dude, Momo has resculpted a number of pieces.
Yeah, he's really left his mark on this company.
See what he did there? So having indestructible minis is good, particularly if you've got kids or you're going to conventions or whatever. And pre-painted, right? I don't know anybody else doing minis in high volume that are pre-painted, aside from WizKids, and those are all in blind. Not all, but the vast majority of those are in blind boxes, with the exception of like their like their specific dragons or the Critical Role ones that they did, or they had some of the Ravenloft ones that were some specific named NPCs.
McGreg said we should bring back the Momo Mini. Honestly, doing a dog mini for cities wouldn't be terrible.
He's sculpted, he's ready.
He's sculpted, he's ready.
He's
you can put a dog in a town.
Yeah. Good call.
Yeah. I think like that was the thing, is back when we did like those sets of minis, nobody was doing pre-painted. It's happening more now.
Who's doing a large-scale pre-painted?
Large-scale pre-painted?
Minis?
I think WizKids doing it is like the main thing. Mm-hmm. And also just the fact that...
But those are in blind boxes too, which is annoying.
Are all of them in blind boxes?
Except for a few, like the
I guess the
Critical
large
Role
ones
set and the big giant ones, and there was a Ravenloft set, and they have some PC minis that are, you can get the pre-painted like specific ones. And their prices are really good, right? Their volume, they've got an extra 0 or 2 on the volume that they're doing on us. So their prices are fantastic, and their painting is really good. Yeah. And their minis are getting better and better.
Mm-hmm. That's the thing, they have been improving.
Yeah, but there's like, I don't know anybody else that's doing large-scale painted.
Yeah, because Reaper isn't pre-painted.
Yeah.
Games Workshop isn't pre-painted.
No.
I think that would honestly be worse for them if they did pre-painted. I think people like painting their own so much now.
But here's the first reality is that doing minis doesn't take away from our terrain bandwidth, in that at least to create them, it's generally different sculptors, right? Like Drew sculpted both of these, and Boris sculpted this guy. Actually, Drew did the huge bulk of.
He does. He's very good at minis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fantastic. Michelle did this guy, the Gorgon.
Eli did the Myrmidon.
Yeah, but generally, I don't have him here because he's not.
I was wondering about this. Do you consider the Lemur pit a mini or just terrain?
The what? Who?
The Lemur pit.
I pulled it out because it was like
it's like kinda, a weird.
Well,
right?
that's so. Here's where I think people could probably not argue. Like doing things like the Lemur pool, which is.
God, I love this piece.
It's a floor that's like a bunch of crazy, creepy Lemur, whatever, and you can use it as terrain, or you can use it as a critter, or it's just disturbing and awesome. Or the Gibbering Mouther pit, or even like it's like a Poison Bloom, that is. I guess technically it's a miniature, but it's also terrain, or even like the Slink Root, right? Like stuff that's like ostensibly terrain, but also can be used as a threat. What did I also pull out that was in that realm? Oh, here's an interesting one, like the Will-O-Wisp, LED Will-O-Wisp. Or this thing, right? The Tangle, the Razor Vine Tangle.
God, it's so wiggly.
Yeah. Ooh, or the
yeah, we do a couple.
Shimmerfrond. Thing. So. But it's it's not taking away. It is eating up SKUs. We used 5 SKUs in Wildlands, but that wasn't like we really got broke. Like it was set SKUs that were killing us. Slashed all those grids or the gridless versus gridded bits, whatever. I'll tell you one of the main reasons to do miniatures is to decorate our scenes, right? So we can, when we go to a convention or we're taking photos, or like we want some life in there, right? And
it kinda...
I don't want to, we don't want to throw a WizKids mini in there. We can't throw a Games Workshop mini in there. We can't
we'd get slaughtered.
We could probably reach out, like Zealot would probably not mind. Steamforge lets us use their stuff, whatever. But like fundamentally, we want to have some stuff to populate the scenes with, so they're not dead. This guy's kind of.
I think it's kind of got like the encounter factor of it too, where Some of the feedback we got back after Wildlands was that people kind of missed us doing encounters. Just because like having like
It's a story, a narrative.
having
Like,
a narrative built into it makes it easier to like see like what you can do with it, and it makes it more exciting.
yeah.
Um,
Which is the whole reason to do. And we in Wildlands, right? We only did, I mean, like straight up minis. We did 5, right? We had these 2 were tigers. We had the Crimson Claw, Wyvern. We had the Basilisk, Weakborn Basilisk, and we had Vancouver the Shadow Dragon, right? So we
just
only
blocks everybody else.
yeah. I'm the hero. So it was only 5 SKUs. So it's not like, I don't think it was tanking our bandwidth. Well, I know it wasn't. Whatever. But I'll tell you, it didn't, like, sales-wise, we didn't sell 3,000 of any of them, I don't believe, right? So
No.
and part of it is, I think, A, they're very, very specific, B, they're big and expensive, and C, they're like boss monstery, sort of, except for the White Lily, maybe. It's a sort of thing you only need one of. So what our plan for, we have a few minis planned for cities, and it's the plan is to go back to the gaggles, right? Doing something that's like a collection of. Look at these! Like these, I was incredibly proud of these minis too. Like this.
They genuinely, I genuinely think like
Six-eyed wyvern with things like she is gorgeous.
I
Like,
genuinely
there's
think we made some of the best minis of their type on the market. Like our dragon is
Yeah.
an extremely good dragon.
And there's some cool, like the eyes, the 6 eyes, like Crystal's design. Like she's a really good designer. Having this big giant LED basilisk with stats that are awesome, right? Like this is a cool boss fight, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is like, right? I think we did. I really like those. Oh, and here's another. This was another really fun gag we did back in Dungeon of Doom, right? We had Sassuol, right? The idol, which was our tip of the hat to First Edition Player's Handbook, right? And then when the players go and try and pry the rubies out or whatever, blah, blah, then boom, you swap her out and animate and attack, right? Like that's a cool, like to be able to have the terrain come to life and attack you. That's sort of a gag. Seems like it's a fun. I don't know. I love that.
It feels like it enhances the storytelling.
Yeah, it's just like a neat, weirdly specific thing we can do. And this looks awesome. Like we have that whole shrine thing built, whatever. And it's like it's a really cool terrain piece. Like even if you never use the animated version, it's just such a fun. I don't know. It's a fun gag. I am a sucker for fun gags.
Yeah.
That's like ridiculous theatrical nonsense. I mean, basically that's how you describe D&D.
Yeah.
You said collaborative, ridiculous theatrical nonsense. Oh, yeah, Shimmer Frond. But like the who do we have there? Like I don't know where they all are. There's a couple more. Right, like our pack of kobolds or something. Right, there's a couple guys missing. Who do we?
There's a lot.
Oh, there's the
There's the flag bearer.
yeah, and there's the shaman, there's the climbing.
Yeah.
The climbing one that fits on a ladder. Whatever. So these sort of things, like right, we're going to go back to, I think this sort of a thing in the city of like a pack of 5 to 7 themed minis around a small, small, not necessarily small, but like smaller, not big, not big giant dragon sized, like humanoid sized minis that we can that you can use in higher multiples or whatever. You don't just need one, and also theoretically more affordable than say an LED basilisk or something. But I think that's our plan right now, is to do some. I don't know, but would Would people be brokenhearted if we didn't do any miniatures?
It's interesting to see. It's been seeing like people's like different ideas, and everybody's got like such different philosophies.
Yeah.
Like the idea of I was talking to my roommate Max about it. He doesn't play any of this stuff, and so he's wondering because I painted a frog Hemoth from Reaper a while back, and he's like, so you spent all this time on this thing,
How are you
and
ever
you're
going
gonna
to
use
use
it like when? I'm like, I don't know. Like I
But it was
don't know
cool
if
to
I don't know if
paint.
we're ever actually gonna use it, but like I don't know, something about like having the chance to like actually be able to use it in something and actually have like that encounter be possible. I feel like if we ever do get to use it, it'll be a really cool thing, and it's worth it to me to have that, I guess.
Well, it's fun to paint too, right?
It's also fun to paint, yeah.
Yeah. But I think that I think generally people are getting our minis not to paint them because it's not right. They're not super crisp resin minis. They're not super crisp metal minis. They're Dwarvenite. They're a little softer than like the super crisp. I mean, the detail's fine, but it's not like.
I love the lizard folk in the water.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This is a Boris. Sculpted the venom spitter, poison sacs on the side.
And it's interesting
He's
because you
dynamite.
see like there's like such heavy pros and cons of like both ones. Because you're talking about like the generic minis. It's like somebody brought up like you can get tons of these if you back Reaper. If you do like one of Reaper's Kickstarters, like
But then
you
you
can
have
get
to
like tons
paint
of that stuff. Then you have to paint them. True.
Yeah.
So it's like the thing of like
Versus if I want to populate my city, like our townsfolk have sold pretty well because they're pre-painted, they're ready to go, they're generic. You drop them in, and like you have a bunch of NPCs to just fill out your thing. You want to, same with the town guard have sold pretty well because it's just like a coordinated bunch of humans all in a thing that are painted ready. You can just drop down as your NPCs. I feel like generally a lot, I don't know, like I want to paint that cool dragon or the cool boss thing more than I want to paint the 12 underlings, right? Maybe that's just me.
And here back to back. Look at that set. How many half in the water do you need? It's a cool idea, but you only need one of those. I feel like you want less specific minis. And then 2 messages later, submerged lizardmen are unique. More, please. It's just interesting.
Yeah.
Like people have such like strongly opposing ideas of like what they use minis for. It's fascinating. Here's an interesting question. It looks like the Wildlands minis are crisper than past minis. Is that just the camera, or did production and sculpting improve? I think part of it is the size of them, right? Makes it easier to get like crisper details.
The paint is good too, which helps. But no, like if you look at this is the one of the early Dwarvenite minis, the lizard folk. Like the detail on this guy versus the detail on this basilisk are
How many of
pretty
your buyers are
similar.
painters? Our painted stuff sells way better than unpainted, yeah?
It's like 80% painted is what we
Yeah.
sell. So like generally, yes, like people are not in it to paint them. They're in it to
They want to just be able to drop it down.
yeah, put it down the thing, and then you can always touch it up or whatever. Like what I do with the WizKid minis is a lot of like I'll do 15 minutes of touch up or something. Do a quick wash or an extra little dry brush or put a little something in there, and it like you can plus those things up so fast. What's the guy show? Oh, this guy from.
Oh, I love this one.
I don't know where the unmounted. There's one where he's on foot also. Oh, here he is. Yeah, wait, these guys. We have some. Oh wait, no, that's not. We actually have a lot of miniatures that we've made over the years. Yeah, Yorgrim War Chief on the Arctic Phalanx.
I guess the thing I'm really curious about too is because like I wonder if because one of the reasons we do minis is we kind of hope that since there's a lot of people who buy minis that aren't buying terrain yet, we kind of hope that by offering things that aren't terrain, it gives us an opportunity to reach people who otherwise wouldn't see it, and then maybe convert them into being terrain buyers as well.
Yeah,
It's like
I
a
don't
thing
know if
we've
that's
also
ever
talked
worked.
about.
I wonder if.
I know it
Maybe how
happened
we find
it
out.
happened at least a couple times with the dice in Wildlands. There were a couple
Yeah.
stories people said like they just saw the dice, they thought it was nice, and they were like, hey, you know what the heck? I'll get some terrain as well and just see what it's like. You know. I like the DF Townspeople minis because they give kid minis and beggars in their pack.
Yep.
Yeah. What's good advice for someone wanting to begin painting for a hobby? There's a lot of great YouTube channels. Feel free to just like watch those, and also like, don't be too precious about it, especially at the beginning. The only way you're going to be able to figure out how it works is just getting it in your body and getting used to like.
Getting it in your body.
Well, that's kind of it, right? Because nobody can tell you like the appropriate amount of pressure to use on your brush. Like you just kind of have to do it and then see what happens.
I like Michael Mordor's streams. He's just like speed painting, right? He'll do a mini in an hour on stream, and it's just like a good like these are table ready. You know, he's like I'm not trying to do Gold Demon award winning things. He's like I'm just trying to paint up a bunch of monsters to get up on the table quick, like the average Joe would do, and it literally will take like 3 colors and like boom, 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 you've got an awesome troll. And it's it's very accessible, right? He's not doing anything. He's like super chill. He's doing it forever, and it's just like you feel like oh yeah, you're like I could do this. Like this is not.
Yeah, they're definitely.
It doesn't because it can feel daunting, right? Like I don't know, thinking about color theory and mixing and all like.
I definitely will approach a mini differently based on what I'm painting it for. Like there are times where it's like I just need this for a game, and I'll spend like an hour tops on a mini, and then it'll be like this is going to be somebody's PC, or this is going to be like an important character or an important boss in our game coming up, and then I'll want to spend more time on it because like it's, I guess for me like that adds more value to the experience. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I want to walk away with something that I'm.
So they're saying like can't you get like skeletons and stuff from other providers? It's like. Yeah, so like if we do generic minis, it's like they're usable in more situations, but they're also more likely to be covered by other companies.
Yep.
Just, not pre-painted. If we do unique minis, we can make stuff that nobody's ever made before. And we can make like these really cool, impressive things and just let the artist go like all out. But, then there's less use cases, generally speaking.
You know what was fun that we had to stop doing is we used to offer, the townsfolk came in 2 different, they used to come in 2 different color schemes. Each. So there was 2 of each in the thing, and they each had a different color. Oh, here's the. So you got more versatility. Let's see, do I have the samples? We have a bucket of minis. Oh, here's the kid.
The old man with the beard is pretty cool. Yeah.
He's actually supposed to be a dwarf, believe it or not. He's like a. Wait. No, it's the same color. Who is the? Let me see if I can find the alternate colors. Yeah, our townsfolk is sold pretty well because they're just just good, useful, generic NPCs. Here we go. Like here's a good example of the 2 different color.
Can we get pirates with the modular boat? We would have to, right? We'd have to do pirates. We can't just have an empty boat.
We could if we wanted to taunt people.
Pirate with a pseudo dragon on his shoulder.
Oh. I was showing Grayson the pseudo dragon the other day, and he was like, "What?
It's the best monster."
Yeah, I thought of you. Yeah. Hey, look at this. It's the beggar in 2 different. I don't know. What are people's? I mean, I guess it's gonna be all over the place.
Well, there was one question a bit ago, wondering like, do we break even on the minis? Do we lose money on them? Like, because that should be factored in.
I think we do like stuff like the townsfolk. We've done well over the years. Like we've done several reprints of them. Oh, here was the.
I guess another thing you were saying to me earlier was that with the smaller minis, like the molds are way less expensive.
Oh yeah, it doesn't take as much. The painting is a lot harder.
So does talking about this increase the chances of getting the minis restocked in the web store?
Yeah, if there's a lot of demand.
Yeah, which ones do we need?
Here was the Orgrim War Chief unmounted, mounted.
Nice.
Yeah.
I just remembering like what we used all these for, like. when you in the anniversary game when he had to
No.
swool up, Toppins was like, "Oh, it's that lady we dunked on." It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
that's what
Yeah.
we reduced Sassoul
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
This the big massive boss of Caverns Deep or
Of
Dungeon of
Dungeon
Doom,
Doom.
reduced to
Basketball
getting
chump.
dunked on.
Yeah. Literally dunked on. Like,
What's up with the web store? You can't log in. The web store is down right now. We are rolling out. It should be up by midnight. We are rolling out the next phase of the new website update. It's going to add some new features and some cool stuff to the site.
yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. So it's actually not the shop that's being updated right now. It's the other parts of the site, I believe. But the shop has to be down for it still.
We get her again. Oh, we get Little Devil News. We got so many fun. Our Matt Mercer.
How many
prisoner.
townsfolk do you get for $54? I don't know. How much is the
Two
pack?
of each. 2 beggars, 2 dandies, 2 fishmongers, 2 what's she, the something lady, I can't remember. 2 water boys, 2 old dudes, 2 sack dudes. Here's the milkmaid. Wait, do I have the milkmaid out there? No, wait, 2 milkmaids. Well, that's a lot of.
That's actually a fair amount for
Yeah.
pre-painted too. I guess is the thing. Pre-painted.
Yeah, I mean, they're not. They're not going to win any awards for their painting, but also you don't have to paint
Any
them.
chance of the golem from Mystic Trove or other
Oh
constructs?
yeah.
Dude, those golems are really cool sculpts.
Dude, that was a Michelle.
Were you
Yeah.
telling me a thing before? Like there was another.
We'll restock those eventually.
Yeah.
Chuck's looking at the Dungeon of Doom right now, and we're figuring out how to reconfig and get that stuff, get it out there, right? So you can. We're gonna get because that's got to come back. I think they even I'm curious where we're at. I think even the Kree have done okay over time.
Can we please get a 4x golem and golem wall pack? I wonder what the molds are like for them. If we'd be able to just print them by themselves,
These guys.
because they are very cool. Oh yeah, the Kree.
Yeah, we have a lot of minis. Like looking at our, we've
Yeah.
done a crazy,
I forgot we had these.
crazy bug, insectoid army.
Has he talked himself into more minis yet?
Yeah, we've got a couple things in the works.
Just interesting.
This is. Let's see how it goes. Where is it?
4 walls, 4 standing, and 4 animated golems needed.
Or 2 and 2 might be better.
Kobold minis are some of my favorite minis of all time. Blood ants.
Oh, we're
I
never
haven't
gonna
made
run
something
them.
out of the ants.
Yeah, that's the coolest those ants have ever been. Did I ever mention that I don't like pests? I don't
What
like
if, and
vermin.
just hear me out, every mini you make, whether it's a rat folk or
It's a
citizen
blood ant.
farmer, they're really all mimics. Isn't there a company that did like is it Galadoria?
Galadoria.
Galadoria did
Yeah,
all the
they
mimics.
did 2 Kickstarters of mimics. So this is one of my favorite gags we did, right? So chest, power equipment, of course they're separate, so you can put them wherever you want. Are we on the tightest? We gotta get tighter.
For sci-fi minis, did the DF team as knockoff Star Wars characters?
Oh, that's funny. Dibs on Boba Fett. And then this guy just
Hamster would have to be
transforms
Chewbacca.
into our crazy mimic monstrosity. Right? And the best part of the whole gag is, right, so the shield is there, the helmet is there, all the pieces, I can't see, all the pieces in the equipment are in the mimic, and it's a crazy 3-moused, 3-legged mimic monstrosity. Like, this is one of my favorite bits. I forced this back into the restock list because it painted. It was like $19 for this, for like all 3 of these things. And these are legitimately useful pieces of scatter, right? You can use the chest just as a chest, or you can use the whole thing together, or you can use the equipment as equipment. And your players will never approach that the same as soon as it opens up as a mimic once. It should be. I don't know. I think it was like $19 painted for this thing. It's like it's awesome. Oh.
Kree miniatures make lots of sense in my head because they represent monsters that aren't covered in some form already by other miniatures producers.
Which ones go again?
The Kree.
Yeah. Well, that. Literally, we did them. We were like, let's make something kind of new, and you could use them as Kruthix if you wanted to, and you could whatever. But they're like, where are the rest of them? There's. We were trying to do something kind of different and original and see if it would see how well they'd sell.
A couple people have asked if we would ever do a minis Kickstarter.
We planned on it. So Stefan really wanted to do it and commissioned a bunch of miniatures. And then it was, you know what it was? He was like really lobbying for it, and I'm like, no, we've got to do terrain. He's like, no, we got to do this minis thing. I'm like, well, you know what? I'm like, you put together the miniatures Kickstarter, I'll put together the terrain Kickstarter, and let's see what happens. And we've done 3 terrain Kickstarters since then. We haven't done the miniatures one hasn't happened yet. He's got them. They was going to do them with Ironwind in metal, but I don't know what's happened. Whatever. But I don't know. We could do a minis Kickstarter. I don't know.
I guess the thing is, what do we focus on if we do one? Is the big question.
We focus on high volume NPCs for Dungeon Masters, right? Hordes. Right, things that you'd want, the Bago skeletons, the Bando orcs.
Something you'd really appreciate having pre-painted.
Villagers. Stuff that you want, like a bunch of, a big horde of goblins, or a big, like, something that's a lot of, that you don't want to have to paint necessarily. And then, then we could have a cool leader that is painted, or you could also, maybe we sell it unpainted or something if you wanted to paint the leader and you get the batch or whatever.
We could kind of take the approach that the Epic Encounters guys are doing, where they've got like, it's like here's like a bunch of lizard folk, and then here's like the big
Hydra that runs the
So
here's
we could have
the snow orcs and the big thing or something. It could be something like that,
so
but it would be high volume things for, like, if you don't want to paint that horde of gnolls, you get the 20 gnoll pack. And they're already painted and they're ready to go, and you can,
So like if we did, like so if we have like the Wyvern as like the boss of one pack or whatever, then we can have like drakes and wormlings and stuff.
Yeah.
To be the more generic.
A pirate crew. Something like that.
Mini Mimic series. I just feel like Galadoria covered it so well. I don't know.
Yeah. We Mimics would be neat because its terrain turns into a thing.
That's true. If we did a series of mimics that tied into like iconic scatter pieces we've done in the past, that could be interesting.
Yeah, and then reprint the scatter with it or something, so you get both.
That'd be really interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. Or
what do we have that would be?
There's definitely some options there. I don't know. What are people like?
It seems like people are very excited by the concept of doing like bread and butter minis for the Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Love the Epic Encounters packs. I would back that Kickstarter hard. Nate has it right.
Well, that was the team. We spent, we in our city's development, we talked about miniatures. We spent, we spent a whole session just talking about miniatures and like, what do we do? How do we approach it better, or what worked, what didn't, and a lot of the insight was, well,
I think the main thing is just that
people are, but you're going to use a shadow dragon once a year at best, versus the town guard might come out, once every month or two.
It'd be cool to see bread and butter sets, but then also the same sculpts zombified and whatnot.
That would be fun.
Ooh, we could do lycanthropes in like different stages.
Yeah.
Like transformed, untransformed.
Yep. That's a really fun one. This
lower quality minis at premium prices are a bad bet. I don't think they'd be lower quality.
No. We would do the best quality we could.
I do like how this last hour could have been summed up as, we are going to make minis. Well, I wanted to see how people were feeling, because I think the reality is we're not going to drop minis.
We are going to make minis.
The reality
is, we're always going to make minis, right?
We
need to put stuff
have.
into the scene.
Like,
yeah. but it's not like it's not at the expense of making terrain. Like we're not going to not unless it's an all minis Kickstarter.
Yeah. So I think it's the thing is I think it sometimes gets exaggerated. The extent that like the minis take away from us doing terrain.
Yeah.
It's not really. The minis are usually done in addition to the terrain, as opposed to like something we cut terrain.
Oh, here's our
for.
zombified lizard.
Are the town guards and castle defenders the same scale? Yeah, they're roughly the same size. They just
The town guard was like 32, and the castle defenders were 28.
Oh, I guess they are like half a head taller.
Yeah. You know, here's a fun fact. I've mentioned it before, but I just keep mentioning it. Do you know this is a woman? This town guard, she's properly attired in real armor.
Oh.
So it's hard to tell, but yeah, Drew sculpted her. I was like, we need to make a couple of these guard women. So she's a woman, and one of the other ones.
A couple times people have said modular minis.
Oh boy, like Hands of Glory.
We talked
I think
about it.
she's the other woman. The swords, but proper armor, padded gambeson.
Minis
the whole
Kickstarter
thing.
with surprise terrain. Oh man, I would love for us to get to the point where people are just like, "Look, I came here.
It's like-
I came here for minis. Can you please stop
It's
making terrain?"
4 miniatures and 100 pieces of terrain. It's just like
And we're labeling it our minis Kickstarter.
no.
We just sneak in like modular ships and pirate islands and stuff with like a
Sneak in modular ships.
it's like, just all the advertising is like 4 goblins or something, but then the entire Kickstarter is just packed with thousands of dollars of other stuff that we never mention in advertising. You only see it if you look at the pledges. It's not in the video. It's not like.
Gonna say that might not be the best approach, Chris.
I don't know. You can't knock it until you tried it.
It would. Yeah, no, I can knock it. I can knock it.
I love the minis, but please include wider bases, and some of them are harder to stand up on certain terrain pieces, such as the streets terrain.
I don't know why we don't just go to standard round bases.
I suppose you could
we should
always
get
put them
around
on a.
to it.
You could always put them on a base yourself, but yeah, it would be nice if we're gonna bother having bases on them, we might as well give them bases that
Yeah.
stand them.
We had that crazy pack, the weird, the surprise pack from Cities had some wild minis in it.
A lot of the stretch goals in Wildlands were mini base that made it feel more in place of terrain.
Ah, that's an interesting.
Well,
You know what?
I think what that is.
You know
though,
why?
What?
Generally, because the minis weren't done. Like
That's true.
Because it was kind of the last thing we were kicking out, and so they were like we were waiting on those things to get finished last. The Oblivion Nexus, the Spore Claw, like kind of all the showy things are the last bits to be done, and a lot of those were minis are just started last. Like we were working on the terrain for a year and hadn't even started thinking about minis.
Yeah, the minis and like the big set pieces are usually the last thing. Like we make sure the bread and butter is taken care of first.
But that is an astute observation. It's definitely.
I could see how it make it feel that way, but that definitely wasn't the case.
But it is definitely.
Yeah, there was never a thing where it's like, should we make another piece of terrain or should we make a mini?
Quick, whip out a dragon. We got 2 days left. Go, go, go.
If that were the case, man, we could have added like 20 minis once we cut runes.
Yeah. Yeah, this guy.
Unicorn mini? Oh, the unicorn.
Oh, dude.
I missed that.
Like crazy undead minicorn.
Part of me was wondering during the 4 million thing if you were going to just throw in like, yeah, well, you know what? We'll just make a unicorn.
Yeah. Where's the driver? Oh, here he is. This is a good one.
I always felt the caravan would be a good set. Lots of options for an adventure and lots of opportunity to do scopes that might be overlooked otherwise. It could double as an NPC thing as well as like literally you could center the traveling party around that wagon.
Dude, this wagon.
So it could end up getting like a lot of use. Modular cart tops.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Potentially.
Just different bits in there. I don't know if we're ever gonna do
Make seated townsfolk, and I'm all in.
Yeah. Drew sculpted, fun fact for you, Drew sculpted the entire group of original townsfolk seated. The best is the beggar seated happily, like eating a bowl of food.
Do we still have those?
Yeah, Stefan has them. I asked him if he could try and dig them up, and he's looking for them. So
That could be a
this
fun.
guy, the fishmonger, where's this guy? This merchant dude who's like perpetually telling his tale. He's seated, like still like talking, arms raised, is still like, oh, that's it.
Being able to actually fill your tavern with minis that are sitting at the tables would be really nice.
Yeah, she's taking a break from seeding the fields.
So hard to find seated minis. Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah,
Because it's a very niche use case.
Well,
you would think, but then you think about it, like there's chairs everywhere.
Well, it's kind of diorama-y in that you don't need, like technically, right? The minis are there as an avatar, right? A representation of your thing to go out and move around and fight. Like so,
it's also
you don't have in multiple poses.
It's also something you like can't use without terrain either.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, you need a seat for a kid on a booster seat.
Yeah, like you can use minis with you can use standing minis on like a mat, but seated minis you kind of need to actually have a scene built.
Mm-hmm.
Outhouse minis.
Oh
Okay.
boy,
Tavern
walking
minis.
garderobes.
I mean, yeah, since we've already got like good townsfolk, I could see like doing townsfolk but seated could be interesting because we're gonna have a lot of. Could work for the next one. Let's see.
Ooh, looks like the
It's possible to have.
site is gonna be up in a sec.
Site's gonna be up in a second. It's that
Well,
close.
not in a second, but like
Oh,
Jay says up there's trying to hammer out something.
wow, that's faster than I expected.
Oh, here's a cool. This is.
Well, release a
Is it-
seated menu with something it could sit on as well as a standing variant. I guess
Yeah.
they could just release the minis
Sure.
like already in a chair or something.
Well, oh yeah, is it better to have them on the chair? No, because then you can put them on a bench or thing. This was a fire elemental that Eli sculpted for his Griffin Tamer Kickstarter.
It's cute.
Yeah.
Like there's something. I'm sure he'd be scary, but like there's something like very.
No, he's charming. It's because his big paws.
Yeah.
His hands are like, he's got like big.
It's like that
Yeah.
classic Disney design.
Big hands.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Wah."
Pre-painted corpse minis are somewhat rare too. WizKids
Yes.
ones. Oh, just do dead bodies.
Wait, did he say WizKids did them?
WizKids ones are on ugly basis and kind of lame. That was said by somebody in the chat.
Yeah. Well, here's
And
the
not
question:
me?
what minis would people
Don't
like to
come
see?
after us. What minis would people like to see?
Yeah.
What minis? So should we frame it as like what minis do you need a fair amount of that you feel like aren't served very well?
Yeah.
Or yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so what minis do you need like a fair amount of that you feel like there aren't many great options and you would love to have pre-painted options available in Dwarvenite? Golem, we really need to restock those golems.
Yeah, those golems are awesome.
Yeah, it's people are always asking about them. We
They're
really
awesome.
need to restock them.
No, they're absolutely awesome.
Underdoom Myconids. Here's the problem,
Ooh.
Nate.
Doesn't like my kids.
Nate doesn't like Myconids, but it really came back to bite us when we did that Matthew Lillard game, and he's like, I want like 20 Myconids,
Once.
and we
Yeah.
well,
It
you
still
never know
doesn't
what's
make
gonna
me
happen.
like them. That makes me resent them even more.
You don't like the Myconids?
I don't. They're just. I mean, they're better than giant ants and giant rats.
It's weird to me. I feel like you would be like Myconids seem like they would be like up your alley. It's really weird.
Yeah. No. I don't know why. I should on paper. They're cool colors. They're like out there. They're alien.
Banded
they're like total
skeletons.
stoners. They're like everything about like they should be. I should like them, but I don't know.
Undead hordes.
I don't know why. Oh yeah. What are people?
Gnolls. I think gnolls are a good one. Like
Gnolls. I like
gnolls aren't served nearly as well as goblins and stuff are.
I like gnolls. Well, also you want a horde.
We're getting good Myconids with
gnolls.
Broken Anvil. Yeah, Broken Anvil's Myconids are very good. It's gonna turn you around, Nate. Cultists.
That's what you were just saying earlier.
We
Yeah,
actually
it's
were just
funny.
talking about it earlier today. Like
Especially
we were
in
like,
the
we could really
city,
just
you
use
would-
some good cultists. Like a good group of cultists
There's
with all like
always
unique
a
poses.
cultist foot. Yeah.
Yeah, just a bunch of
Yeah.
shady guys in robes. Yeah. Dead dudes, golems, Myconids, plain folk doing plain stuff. Already got those. Stained glass golem.
Whoa.
Interesting. Like a stained glass mimic. Seems like a nice window.
if it was made of
glass.
glass steel, right? Ooh. That's like, because I think when the stained glass golem died pretty quickly. Like, one hit with your mace and it's just, would look cool.
Lots of gnolls out already, but they all fall down. Are there good-looking gnolls though?
Biscuits has some good gnolls.
Shady doesn't DF-Rose. Don't do gnolls. Okay.
You know the other problem, well, not with pre-painted, but I'll tell you, 3D printing, I feel like there are so many, like, you can find anything on Etsy now. If you want, like, some weird whatever, like, somebody has made a 3D model of every mini out there, but they're not in Dwarvenite and they're not pre-painted.
Yeah,
so, like,
which is the big catch.
So, like, we wouldn't probably want to do, like, the wild specialty whatever, but we would, like,
that's a good
the
one.
thing you want a lot of indestructible. What?
Do a full elemental line to go with the Elder Earth Elemental and the Forest Guardian.
Yeah.
I think I made the Apex before.
Yeah. Well, especially if we could draw, like, we could have water tiles that turn into water. It's just a big. We've taken like 7 water tiles and glued them together, and it's the water element.
We were, and like you look at it, and you're like, they clearly have the geometry for water tiles, and they're just not releasing water tiles.
Yeah.
They just put it into this mini instead.
Just square water tiles. Yeah, that would be neat.
DF Angels minis with the Cult of the Anti-Forge minis.
Ooh, the Cult of the Anti-Forge?
The Gods minis for each realm, like Lathander, Bane.
But how often would you be using a god?
My goal is to go to Mount Celestia every single campaign.
Pilgrimage.
Yeah. Definitely delicate, but I like my 3D printed Hero Forge beginner painter endeavors a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So I say the folks who sculpted the Ragnarok game minis were fantastic. Such great details. You should do the same. That's the thing, right? Like, there are a lot of mini companies where they do, like, very specific minis and people eat them up.
Well,
so clearly there is a market for doing non-generic minis.
It's true.
I wonder how much of it is, like... It's one of the things that's kind of, like, nagged at me since Wildlands is I was like, I just feel like we didn't do a great job of advertising the minis during the campaign. And I wonder if we did advertise them more, if we could have brought in people who are always looking for minis and aren't normally terrain customers.
Maybe. Yeah.
It's hard to know because, it's a hypothetical, but...
Life is hypothetical.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not. It's real. But.
If you do mini sets, it'd be cool to do scatter terrain that matches the theme, campsites, etc.
Yeah, have it be like a scene. Yeah, I'll tell you the nice thing you can do with these though, right? Is you just can make.
It seems like cultists have come up pretty often, doing like just like some very cool, threatening-looking cultists with different poses and weapons and such would be.
Well, what denotes
nice.
a cultist? Like, what does a cultist look like?
Always,
They're always wearing robes?
There's always a robe, right? It's always robes and hoods. Usually not like big weapons. They're either casters or using daggers or something. Like, people who are able to walk through the city streets without, like, and you can tell...
They just happen to have their crimson robes on and nobody notices? They're like...
Well, that's the weird thing, right? Like, it's a thing where it's like you can't just say like, hey, you look like a cultist to me, like in the street, but like.
Well, it could be a wizard. He could hit you with a power word kill.
That's completely fair. Set of creepy pose people in matching robes, amulets, ritual poses.
Ooh, amulets, right? Some matching. They've
some kind of artifacts on them.
Yeah.
Prismatic golem mini. A lot of people really like this idea of a prismatic golem. Tarask.
Just something small that you need in high multiples. Like,
creepy townsfolk. A haunted monster house mini, so you can also use it as terrain.
A monster house. How about like a mimic that's a boat? Right? We can make a.
I just need a squad of pre-printed goblins.
Modular mimic boat. It's just what they want. Pre-painted goblins.
Maybe we could do like a cool take on goblins where like they stand out but are like interesting, poses and everything. Because a lot of people make them, but it's because they're like the most used like low level.
Goblins, hobgoblins, kobolds.
I would love for us to do a goblin set and just have like a very cool like hobgoblin commander sculpt for them, like.
You could do the whole goblinoid thing. You could have some bugbears, some goblins, some hobgoblins, like.
Just like a nice, very active like bugbear sculpt. Something like what how the Wily were-tigers feel, but it's a bugbear. You know, like so the kind of like very active.
Ambush.
Yeah, that could be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Pirate hobgoblins.
Hired hobgoblins? What?
Pirate hobgoblins.
Were they're just out to
Agreed. Get that. But people are telling us to make the worm.
the worm that should not
The
be.
worm
Well,
cannot
I think
exist.
that's our sign to call it a night.
Of elementals of all size that fit 5e sizes. A vaulted diagonal wall mimic.
Oh, that's good. That's rich.
Oh, you know what would be a really fun mimic? Is a mimic that if people go to like open a trap door, it's a mimic that
Oh, it's
fits,
like
in
a
the,
trapper?
fits in the trap door spot.
Yeah.
And it's like it was like the trap door.
That's cool.
They go to like open it and it just.
That's a
another
really
spot.
good.
Yeah.
That is a really good one.
That could be kind of fun.
Yeah.
It plays with the terrain pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we got to call it a night.
It's 9:10. Thank you for the feedback, guys. It's interesting to see. Three quarter. Okay, 3/4 should be packs of creatures, then 1/4 in uniques. I really don't want to stop doing like just the cool unique sculpts, but
We have to. Well, I don't know where it's all going to go.
yeah.
But thanks for joining us for a one-sided discussion, which was sometimes we're going to make minis.
We're definitely gonna make them. It's just trying to figure out if we are gonna make them. What do people?
Well,
want?
how many? How big?
Yeah.
Right? That's the question.
Yeah.
And I
Hey,
think
Kodiak's
it's
here.
smaller. Hey,
Kodiak,
how
thanks
you
for watching.
feeling?
Hope you're feeling better.
Yeah, hang in there, buddy. All right, well, thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you for all your support. Thanks for we did a giveaway, right? Yeah,
We
okay.
did. We wanted to do a
Yeah.
mini poll after we get
Wish us-
whenever we're gearing up for that.
Wish us luck for the website launch going up tonight.
Yeah, it should
Tune
be
in
up soon.
on Saturday for lots of games. And we'll, if nothing else, we'll see you next week.
What's the word on paint being restocked soon?
Oh,
Should
it's
be.
the
The problem
ship was
was
stuck and it's a whole,
Yeah, genuinely, when the ship got stuck, the raw materials to make our paint got held up, and like it delayed our paint restocks by quite a
We'll
bit.
let you know as soon
Yeah.
as we have timeline on. Oh, speaking of restock, so we didn't even talk about that.
It's
The
coming. in a
restock is
few-
Tuesday or Wednesday next week.
next week. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
coming like early next week. Is the restock?
It's actually like
it's
a little-
landing
it's
at
actually-
the warehouse like tomorrow
It's
or
like
something.
it's like a little
and
ahead of schedule somehow.
it's
which
like
is-
3 weeks ahead of schedule. Doesn't
Yeah,
even make sense.
which
I don't
never
even-
happens.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So heads up, restock incoming.
Yeah, the first week I forgot to put it on the news.
Monster
Yeah.
Sewers, Ape Floors, Dungeon Bridge,
Yeah.
like lots of good stuff in there.
Yeah.
So like probably Wednesday, maybe. So yeah, we buried the lead on that one.
We
News.
forgot about that.
This
We'll be doing
this just in.
announcements once we have the date locked down for sure. We will.
Yep.
We'll let you
Should
know.
be next week. I bet this time next week we'll be talking restock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. All right.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye.
Good night. Woo.